Paddington. Oh, it feels good to be back, me broskies. It's feeling real good to be back. Oh yeah. Life is good, chat. It's Saturday, January 10th, 2026. Start of a new year, new beginning. And we stay winning. Ho 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 ho! Paddington, no! Oh. Paddington! Chat! We are so back, chat. We are so back. Finally, 2026 tournaments have arrived. Broskito! They have, chat. Finally. We're in for a new season of Call of Duty Mobile Battle Royale esports, chat. We got some updates. This year, we're introducing an MVP tally. Now you're probably thinking, Ferg, what the heck is an MVP tally? Have you ever watched any other sport, chat? Maybe if you've watched football, there's Ballon d'Or rewards. You've watched the NBA, they have the NBA MVP. Well, we're doing our own MVP, chat. And I want to be completely transparent with how players can get points to become the MVP. Because I don't want it to be like, oh, Ferg picked the best player or his favorite player. It's statistical. It's analytical, chat. So before we get into the games, allow me to tell you how the MVP for this year will be awarded. Now, the prize for the MVP hasn't been finalized yet. I'm going to go and have a chat with COD Mobile and see if they'll help me fund it. If they don't help me fund it, it will come out of my pocket. Like the tournaments we did the whole way through 2024 and half of 2025. It all came out of my bank account, chat, and we were broke. So maybe they'll help us. And, you know, they can also facilitate some. We'll have to wait and see. Either way, I'm going to do it regardless. And I'll put up my own money, no matter what, for the MVP at the end of the year. But basically, how it's going to go is, it's going to be a point-based system, right? So 1 point per kill individual. You get 1 point per individual kill, and we're going to track everyone that competes inside of our tournaments. There's placement points awarded as well. So if your team places first place, they're going to get 5 points, and you will get 5 individual points towards your MVP tally total. So if you get into a game, you drop 5 kills and your team places first, you get 10 points towards your MVP tally. There's also a survival bonus. If you and your team survive 20 minutes, you get 3 points. If you survive 19 minutes, you get 2 points, and 18 minutes is 1 point. Now, of course, you're probably thinking, but that means if you don't get first place, you're going to get no points towards your MVP total as an individual player. Well, second place gets 4 points, third place team gets 3 points, fourth place team gets 2 points, and if you finish fifth place, you still get 1 point towards your MVP total. Now, I know some people may think, this is interesting, but maybe just have a kill total. Why can't the person with the most kills always get the MVP for the entire year? I thought about that, and then I realized if the best player can't carry their team to winning, are they really the best player? No, they're not. And that's why in all of the other sports you see when somebody wins an MVP trophy or an award, their team also needs to be really good as well. So they get points for kills, and they also get points for surviving and placement. I would say that it will be probably a 60-40 split between kills and how long they survive as a team in terms of how points are generated for the MVP tally. But I could be completely wrong, and somebody could come in today and absolutely wipe the floor with everyone else, drop 20 kills as an individual player, and then make it a completely kill-based MVP for the first event. Of course, we're tracking it throughout the entire year, and we're also going to be tracking which regions win the most tournaments. And then we will be able to crown a region at the end of the year and give you guys a solid, proven, best region currently in COD Mobile. I'm doing this in the hopes that COD Mobile sees this and then they give us a Battle Royale World Championship, because that's what I want. I want to see a Battle Royale Global LAN World Championship in a country that doesn't need extreme visas to get into, so that we can all meet up and have the greatest Call of Duty tournament of all time. That's what I'm looking for, chat. Speaking of today's tournament, however, we've got a no classes event. So no team is allowed to use any classes inside of the game. And we're doing this to celebrate the season of Street Fighter, where they brought these unique abilities into Call of Duty Mobile, while also taking out class abilities, because I want to see who's the best players when it comes to raw gunfights. The rules are as follows. There's 7 games, of course. You guys know that we like to keep the final 7 games. I feel like the more games, the better, because it makes a better average for the teams, so the most consistent team usually wins overall. Of course, all classes are banned, teaming is banned, jackals and tanks are banned, and SMRS is banned. This will be the only tournament this year where I think camping tags will be banned. And I know what you're thinking, oh, it's because this person cried, it's because that person cried. That's not the case. I just don't know if people will be even able to revive their team if other teams are camping tags. And if it's the case and people do get their tags back and it seems to work fairly well, we will run this back later in the year where camping tags is not banned. So there's a possibility we have 2 no class tournaments this year, but just for the first one, I want to see how it plays without people camping tags, and then if it goes well, we'll try it with camping tags. People can play however they want. There's 25 teams, of course, 100 players. All regions are invited. You guys know I don't discriminate. I don't have any racism in my blood. I want as many different teams from across the world to compete in these tournaments, and you can qualify into them. There's 3 teams inside this event that anyone in the world could have qualified for. So if that's something that interests you, we'll talk about that more later on in the tournament. Point system, 15 points for first, 10 points for second, third is 7 points, fourth is 5 points, fifth is 4 points, 6, 7 is 3 points. God damn it. Ninth is 2 points, and 10th is 1 point. The prizes are stated on the screen as well. 5,000 for first place, 2,000 for second place. Third place gets 1,500. Fourth place gets 1,000. And fifth place gets 500, chat. Are you ready? Chat. Yes, 6, 7. All right, TikTok spamming at YouTube. I'm glad you guys are normal human beings. TikTok, on the other hand, there's nobody normal over on that app. It never has been that way, and it probably never will be a normal app for me. Everyone just spams instantly, chatting ton. I will say, we had qualifiers yesterday, and there was actually only 2 teams that qualified from it, but we had a team from the Middle East, and their internet and power have been cut off by their government. So that team has been forfeited. Of course, I would love to have had them here, but they relinquished. They gave up their spot and allowed us to bring in another qualifying team. You may know them as T1. That's COD Ninja's team. He's played in many tournaments in the past. And yeah, chat. I'm excited to go, bro. I'm excited to get this new year underway. We've got the brand new MVP tally charter going up, and we'll be able to see where every individual player lies after every single tournament. We'll show them at the start of the next event, which will be probably somewhere at the end of this month. We'll show the MVP tally for each individual player. Now, I don't know where it's going to go. I have no idea who will be the MVP of each individual tournament and who will hold it out the longest. But remember, you could have been the MVP. If you can get your team to qualify into the finals, there's a chance that somebody we've never seen before could be the MVP of the season, because that's what it is. We are now entering the 2026 season. This is the first event of the 2026 $10,000 championships. There may be bigger events also soon. No more comment on that. Also, everyone who is watch partying, I love you guys. I hope you guys are having a great day. Unfortunately, there's no MVP for watch parties. But thanks very much. That actually might be a good idea. That actually might be a good idea, chat. We're going to go through the team list now, just so you guys know who is playing inside of this tournament. Of course, the team number one, the biggest team in the world at the minute, the most notorious, not only Filipino roster, but team in general. It's 4K Overload, featuring Holy Father, Tokyo, Rami, and a brand new player. I've never heard of this guy before, right? I have no idea who this is, but Rami seems to think he's goated. He's known as Zaya. That goes S-E-Y-A. He is from the team IE. Now, I know the team IE, right? I know Immortals Esports. I get them. They're all insane. I've never seen this guy play with this trio. I'm interested to see how they do. Team number two is 4Kings' main roster, just known as 4Kings. Now, we had arguably the most insane moment last time that we hosted one of these tournaments where these guys actually won. They won the last tournament of 2025. Can they win the first tournament of 2026? Remember, there are 0 championships won by any region at the start of this year, and we are tracking every single region going forward. So at the end of this season, we can decide which was the best region for the year. Team number 3 is 4K Joker, which features Negi, Akaza, Fright, and Instinct. Team 4, they named themselves after a vehicle that's banned for this event. It's 4K Winter, and they're called Jackal Time. It's 4K Winter, Loading, Insolence, and Nagdi. That's interesting because they got 1 Filipino player and 3 Germans. Team 5 is Fury Esports X AMK. This is Ackman's team. And he has players that I think are very small in size in terms of how, I guess, famous they are in the scene, but they're also incredibly good. And maybe I would go out on a limb and say they're extremely underrated. His teammates, I mean. Obviously, we all know Ackman's the GOAT. But his teammates are incredibly underrated, being Senior J, Sleuth, and Ames. Team 6 is CJNG Eternity Zenith. This is an absolute mouthful. We're calling them Eternity. All right, I'm calling them Eternity. I'm putting my foot down, Low-Tech, Slayer, Ali, and Hypno, and I'm calling them Eternity. This was also Iken and a Bull Boss's team, but unfortunately, their internet and their power is out, so they were not able to play. And that makes me think that maybe a player like Slayer that I thought could have been the MVP of the tournament or the MVP of the year might have a slow start because he doesn't have his starting 4-man roster. Saying that, I have seen Hippo play recently in our qualifiers, and he's really good, along with Ali. Ali has been, I guess, good for years now. Team 7 is TSG Rigid. That's Secret / Layla and Stiller. They've won a tournament here before as well. I feel like it was almost a year ago when they won their last tournament, or maybe it was about 7-8 months ago? Maybe 6-7. Team 8, we've got Aura. That features Rosilti, Jakari, Brotex, and Exotico. These guys are from Latam, arguably the biggest Latin American team inside of the entire game. Team 9, really? They called themselves this again? No Neck and Long Necks. We've got Wagner, Don, MJ, and IE Hasbullah. A lot of Leap players in there. Leap Wagner, Leap Don, Leap MJ. Team 10 is Latam Prime. I want to see Magic's team do well. It's been a while, Magic, since we've seen you come out and absolutely dominate with your roster. I want to see some goated Magic team plays. That's Magic, Patata, Ross Kid, and Chamo. They're also from Latin America. Team 11 is... Team 11 is Team OG. And they have Rankid, Zenpro, Friar, and Lancelot. Wait, his name is Friar, Lancelot, and Galay. These guys are from the Philippines, and they're actually a team from a different Battle Royale game, arguably the best in their region, and they're trying to become the best in 2 different games at the same time. I don't know if it'll happen. We'll have to wait and see. But Team OG, I wish you the best from me. Team 12, we've got Bop. That's featuring Bardax, Kust, Bolivia, and Holiday. They're also based out of Latin America and also rivals with Magic's team. I didn't need to bring it up, but I did. They are hardcore rivals with Magic team. I'm not going to say why, but just know behind the scenes, I know Bardax and Magic. I know y'all are rivals, and I want to see you kill each other. Next up, we got Team 13, Wahala Pro Max. This is Mellow, Prime, Lilac, and Lavish from Nigeria. Mellow, I'm yet to see you dominate a game. Bro, Mellow is a troll. I'm not sure. We'll see. We'll see. If he does anything at all, I'll be more than happy. Team 14 is Team Mixed Region. I mean, it's in the name. They're featuring players from Europe and Nigeria. We've got El Chapo teaming up with the Europeans. Oh, this is good. Oh, he's my favorite Nigerian. He's my favorite Nigerian player, chat. When I watch him on TikTok, absolutely cooking Alcatraz. He's actually the player that made me not like watching Alcatraz clips anymore, because anytime I watch Alcatraz clips and they're not as good as his, I just feel like they're worthless. So El Chapo's teaming up with Necro, Yuma, and Sweet Dreams. I gotta make sure I pronounce his name right or I'm gonna get attacked. Team 15, we've got Las Cabras. That's Takeoff, Panchito. We've got Soy Topo in there and Flex. This is the USA Latam team combined. These guys are really, really good. I like that. Sure, Madman. Next up, we've got Team 2 Good. Team number 16. Balor, Lag YT, King Raph, and Claude. These guys are based out of Germany. It's been a while since I've seen Lag YT, so I'm glad to see him back here again. Team 17, we've got Azeris. That's Basu, Iwar, Lewis Gaming, and Dami. This is actually an underrated Latin American team. I'll be interested to see what happens here. And then Team 18, we've actually got an Indian roster. I know India doesn't get a lot of love in the Battle Royale scene of COD Mobile, but here they are back again. Darko, Aldino, Joker, and Insanity. Team 19 is Team X. Nemesis, Honcho, Iron Mold, and Barry. They're actually from Nigeria as well. So we've got quite a few Nigerian teams in here. I would love to see more representation from I guess, African countries like South Africa, maybe Ghana in there as well. Possibly even Egypt. I think Ali's from Egypt, though, so we got a little bit of more African presence outside of Nigeria. It seems like Nigeria is by far the biggest country in Africa that represents Call of Duty Mobile. Team 20, we've got Red Horse, Vector Kodem, Yipsta, Nika, and Geek Panda. Nika was actually the first person to join the room other than me, I believe. Team 21 is our Marta. Oh, is this the girls' team? Oh, it is. Oh, oh, all right, Super Jeff. We've got GNR Flame, GNR Cody, GNR Jachi, and GNR Sneaky, otherwise known as Amarta. We're getting ready to start the game right now, chat. Man, you're good to go ahead and click start. Team 22, we've got African Tyrants, which is Mona, Malay, Bidex, and Stalker. They're from Nigeria / Africa, but mostly Nigerian. That's what they're identifying themselves as. Lastly, we've got the 3 teams that qualified. These guys qualified through the qualification stage yesterday. Team 23 is COD Ninja's team, known as T1. COD Ninja, West COD, Pingo, and Sofito. They're from USA and Venezuela. Like I said before, and I'll say it again, USA and Venezuela combining forces. That's something we haven't seen before. It might be a world's first, chat. I'm happy to have them in the competition, and I hope they do just as well as they did yesterday. They narrowly missed out in the qualification spot, and then, like I said, a team had to drop out due to bad Wi-Fi and blackouts of electricity. So here they are, slithering their way into the finals. Team number 24 is Vitality. That is Fund, Relax, Pivots, and Ice. They're from Brazil and the United States of America. It's surprising, but we don't actually have many USA teams in any of our tournaments anymore. It seems like the USA has fallen off a cliff when it comes to being a really solid roster and region. I would say that the Middle East absolutely dominates the USA. In real life, it's quite different, but at least in COD Mobile, they get cooked. Team 25 is Skinny. They've changed their name. They used to be Skibbity, but now they're Skiddity, Poppy, Gasparuski, No Snitch, iFanto, and Only HS. These guys are Italian, like I said before. I'd love to retire in Italy when I'm like 65 years of age, go out into Tuscany, somewhere rural, somewhere lovely, somewhere with a load of nature. But I'm nowhere near that. I got about 40 years to go, chat. 40 years of tournament hosting to go. As we get into the first game, shout out to Rebar, Flicks, and Zaina, all for watch partying. My little cuties. And of course, chat, you can put in YouTube or TikTok who you think is going to win this. My usual pick, my usual favorite is Slayer and Low Texas team, but they lost two of their best players. I mean, the entire team, the entire squad is a super team. You know, they went for the best players from EU and Middle East, combined forces, and created arguably the best super team we've seen. But now they've lost two of their four best players. So I don't know if Hypno and Ali have what it takes, but if they do and they win, that would be insane. That would be unbelievable. First game, chat. First of 7. Let's see what everyone has for us today. It looks like Holy Father's team is actually going to land in Crash Site. Do they have it by themselves? They do not. There's a team right beside them. Let's see where they're at. Oh my gosh. They're going against, in my opinion, the best Latin American team right now, which is Flex, Panchito, and Soy Topo, along with Takeoff. Takeoff has been a little bit of an iffy player. He has really strong moments and then really terrible outcomes as well. Helping down the list, we can see team number 2. This is 4 Kings main roster. They've actually went... Wait. Hold on a second. Ackman's team didn't land here? 4 Kings main stole Ski Town off Ackman? Where is he? Oh my god.
Here we go.
Oh my god, this is a big thing here. He's been going to Ski Town for over a year, and he's decided that he does not want to land here anymore. He's not landing Ski Town, and he's opted to go over towards Pipeline area and Estate, going in between the middle. Also, shout out to Ackman for hitting 1 million followers on TikTok. That is a huge amount of followers, especially on TikTok. They've actually changed their drop spot, and because they've changed their drop spot, I feel like they don't have server advantage. It must be a server far away from them, because if they had server advantage, I feel like Ackman would not lose Ski Town. I think they changed either last second or they knew they weren't going to get it, and they decided not to land there, as 4 Kings main have been contesting them there for quite a while now. Going over to other teams, we've got team number 4. That's Jackal time. There's no Jackals in this tournament, but we'll see them in the next one. That's Winter Nagdi, Fury Load, and Insolence. They've landed over on Overgrown. This used to be ooh, first knock on Demona. Let's go down and see where everyone's at.
Here we go.
Jakari is able to take down Cody. This is a completely different team fight than the one that I was actually going to try and watch, but it's a girls team versus Latin America. And Flame has been knocked from Nima Blanca. See you later, alligator. Cody's also knocked over beside them. Full kill comes through. That's 2 eliminations off the bat for team number 8, also known as Aura. They seem to be going out of this situation entirely, but it looks like I want to check over onto Leap.
Here we go.
There were shots fired there, but we didn't get to see what was going on. as we go down the list to check out where everyone's at. The girls' team are pretty much completely destroyed now. Hopping over with Malay's lost one player being Mona. Mona, one of the best African players in the world. It seems like they've actually got quite a good team from Africa this time around, and they brought some of the best players together instead of splitting all of the best players from the region up. We got Malay, Mona, Stalker, and Bidex all on the same team. That's not good. They may not be split up in terms of teams, but they're splitting up inside the start of this game. Remember, there are no class abilities for this, so if you catch somebody out in the open, it's almost a surefire kill, especially if they're split. I would argue that this will be the most team-orientated tournament that we've had in quite a while. This is Yen Basito. These guys qualified through yesterday's qualifiers, and they were really good. They scraped in. Ooh, Iron Mill goes down to Yen Basito. Shots go down again. Not able to get the knock onto Claude here, but Claude's gonna get knocked from the side, leaving only lag in front of Yen Basito. Sofacito is right in front of them. Oh my god, Sofacito, what was that play? Oh, that was so bad. COD Ninja gets knocked as well, but they're still alive just for a little bit longer here. We've got Trump and Yan still kicking it, but there's a couple more players left for them to knock. The best team from yesterday, being Braconi, Say, Gasparuski, and Simba, only have one of their players alive. They finished second, but they were very dominant. The team that finished first yesterday, which I was really surprised about that they actually were able to take them over, is this roster. Now, these guys are not really known in the scene, but their name is Vitality, and they're based out of America, Brazil, and the US of A. Looks like Team 18's already been eliminated. They are the first team to go, and that is a team from India getting instantly wiped off the board. As we're gonna hop on over to team number 19.
Airdrop has been delivered.
This is a roster from Nigeria. They only have one player left, and it's Barry. I don't even know where the tags are. But it's not looking good for them either.
Airdrop incoming.
It looks like a lot of teams are dying early on here. Not their full team. The majority of the players are dying very quickly at the start of this. Going now on over to team number 1. What a shot from Holy Father! No way he hits him back to back. Surely not. Oh, he barely misses it. Unfortunate. But Zaya, the new pickup for the team, is able to take down Gasparuski. And I think that's our second place team from the qualifiers getting taken out instantly in the first game. Keep in mind, the qualifiers were open to everyone, and the second place team from the qualifiers are already eliminated. If that doesn't tell you that these tournaments are at the highest level of competition, I don't know what will. Let's go down and check the other rosters. Nagy, whole team's alive. They're kicking it. They don't have any eliminations, though. Surprisingly, Winter's team without a Jackal already have 6. They've been farming a little bit here. Not sure who they've been farming, but it's been some team. Ackman's roster still have all 4 alive. Ackman, one of the most famed in-game leaders in the entire world. Seen a lot of shots right here, though. Father Ali, what are you up to with Low-Tech's Hypno and Slayer? Oh, they rotated into the girls' team's landing spot. This was where Amarta landed, which is the girls' team based out of Philippines. They've tried to rotate into them, but they haven't found them. TSG still have all 4 alive as well. They're shooting over onto Nagy's roster. I don't think they're going to be able to take that out of the sky. They all jumped out of it right there. Let's see what Brotex is up to. Pretty much Low-Tech's Junior right here. 4 kills. Only person alive left on this Latin American team. They were the team that was fighting that girls' roster that I mentioned earlier. Zanpro's last. Oh! No way he has my skin! No way Zanpro has my skin, bro. Ain't no way. Is this his actual account? Hell yeah! That's my boy right there! That's my boy! Let's freaking go! He's rocking the Ferg skin! He's rocking the Ferg skin, bro. No way! No way. Number 1 in the shoulder for a reason, Zen, bro. Ain't that right? Wait, stop there. Stop moving, bro. Hey, bro, let me clip farm, bro. Let me clip farm, bro. Nah, no. Somebody go into Zanpro's chat and tell him to stop moving real quick. I need to see this number 1 in the shoulder for a reason, bro. Please, please. I can't believe he's using my skin, dude. Let's go. Okay, this might be an L for me. I might. Oh, come on, stop. Oh, he's getting his tags. All right, Zenpro, we'll catch up with you later. Hopefully when I catch up with you again, you'll stand still so that we can see the number 1 in the show. Come on. Come on. Stay still. Stay still. Stay still. Oh, I can't get a good enough angle for it, chat. Either way, I'm so happy he's using my skin. Let's get back to the action. Let's get back to it, chat.
Fire sale will start.
Bobcat last alive for the best team from yesterday. He does have one of the tags. He's got 2 of the tags now, so he should be able to get teammates back in. COD Ninja's team have been entirely revived as well. They've got a couple of kills as a roster, along with Mona getting revived for the African-Nigerian team, team number 22. There's a couple of kills coming through right now. We'll have to see where they are at on the map. I see Flex in a fight right here. Who's he fighting with? Ooh, TSG. See you guys. I don't think they're gonna take an aggressive push here. I think they'll go around over towards the side instead of fighting them instead. Akman's team a little bit passive here. Remember, they didn't get server this time around. That's why they're all using snipers. Is his freaking HDR still bugged? Mine was fixed already. How does he still have the bug? Oh, able to take down one. Luke, one of the best snipers in the world. Can he get a second pick? I'm not sure. Deciding he wants to shoot the AK-117. That's definitely not the play. Akman's pushing up here instead as well. Never mind. The call comes in to hold it as they've just seen a helicopter right above the team. It's Claude. They might land on that roster. They get the full kill on towards Luke, like I said. One of the best snipers in the world. Whoa! What a shot. Oh my god, Akman got him! Akman got him this time. King Rapid's been knocked and Claude is one tap with the sniper. If they're able to make something work here, it would be monumental to skyrocket themselves up the leaderboard. Not gonna happen though. They're playing it safe. They don't want to get third-partied either. I've just seen Slayer die in the kill feed. We'll have to catch up with him and see what he's up to. Low Takes and Hypno, the last alive in the roster. Not sure where they died. They're just rotating out of the situation entirely. Who's up there? Who's causing the chaos? It's a mixture between 4K's main roster and a Latin American pro team. G's been spotted here. Tom's gonna get knocked again. He doesn't even get knocked. There it comes. Knock comes through. G's trying to rotate out of this situation entirely. He's going to get pushed by like 14 different people. There it is. He's been knocked and eliminated as well. And the 4K main roster only has one player left, being Narosa. Hopping on over to Akman's team, though. They know that there's a roster still down below them. Inside of that house, they're not going to push. Let's pull up the map to see where everyone is situated. Akman's team do have high ground. They're in the bottom of the zone, though. Dot's going down on to Barry. That's the last player alive for his team. Low-Tech's also still in a fight here. He did get back one of his teammates being Slayer, but Low-Tech's with the... I don't know. He's got eliminated. Now they're going to be in a tough spot here. Slayer's going back for the revive as well. He doesn't get any guns, and he's going to get targeted here. I'm not sure if he got him back through the revive flight. It looks like he did. Father Ali will make the comeback. But these guys, like I said before, they lost 2 of their best players. Not that Slayer or Low-Techs are bad, they're definitely 2 of the best players also, but this was a super team before, and since Ken and Bull Balls are not here, they're gonna struggle in this tournament. They don't have the chemistry or the comms like they had in the previous events, so we'll have to wait and see just how well they do. TSG have 8 eliminations in the first game already. There's still 61 players alive, so these guys are in a really good spot. Let's catch on up with Holy Father's roster, though, as they have 7 kills! In the first game. This is surprising. Could this be the first tournament where we see Holy Father's 4K roster win a game? It's definitely possible. They're using a brand new Street Fighter skin. Remy, with a little bit more of a tasteless skin. I don't like that one as much. I like Holy Father's, though. This is fire. Ooh, Tempest in hand. Might be able to get a little knock right here, or at least a crack across the map, and then Seiya could hit him. Oh my god, exactly like I said! The crack and the knock comes through with a full kill onto Yama. Surely, there it is! Good teamwork from Zaya and Holy Father. Could this be the brand new top tier duo from the Philippines? Going down into the divot instead of taking that fight, they were able to get 1 kill point off that with 8 total kills. Maybe no classes tournaments are where they shine. Speaking of people shining, though, I just seen Zanpro able to get a kill. We'll have to hop on board with him again and see where he is on the map. This is Team OG using the Ferg skin. Can't believe he played COD Mobile back then, chat. You know, he's got me blushing, you know what I'm saying, chat? He's got that Ferg skin on it, chat. They're not up to much now. He was able to get a kill there, but he doesn't see anywhere or anyone anywhere close to him for now. We'll hop on down. I've just seen COD Ninja get knocked. Where is he getting shot from? Ooh, it's the roster the Ackman's team were shooting at earlier, and it's actually frozen my game because so many people are using DLQ Omega Maywatt mags, which is the stun mag for the DLQ sniper. Yen Basito last alive. Ah, the Tempest comes in, and he has been eliminated. Fund last alive for his team. This is Team Vitality.
Airdrop has been delivered.
I wouldn't take the fight if I was him. He spotted a couple players right in front of him. Can he get into the zone without dying here? The zone is pushing him in. It's coming through right now, and there's multiple different teams in front of him. I'm not sure if this is good for him. I think this is a very tough situation for him to be in, especially with no class abilities. So we'll head on over to a team that's still alive as Tokyo has been knocked and fully eliminated. Zaya gets down one onto Claude with a nade, and now he might push through here. We'll have to wait and see if they can time it. Oh, a nade's gonna come through. It's a smoke? Why is he smoking? Shots come through. Ackman gets a kill on the Sam through. Oh my god! What a nade from Zaya! He's able to wipe the whole team with Ackman. Little does Ackman know that he actually played a part in them getting all of this loot. We'll have to go and see where Ackman was shooting from. On top of the hill? Oh my god, he must have been sniping from across the freaking planet. Look at this. Straight into the house. Do they have a good spot in zone? It looks like they are in the next zone, so they're safe for now. Good job to Ackman for helping them out right there. He knows that there's more people down there. He's still going to use the HDR. Not sure if he's going to be able to land a shot onto this 4K roster. I honestly would highly doubt it, just because of how far away they are. Tokyo and Holy Father coming back in the revive flight. This is the best game I've seen them play in years. 10 kills this early on. They're getting targeted by Ackman's team again. This is going to be bad for them, but there is a lot of loot there for them to use. They're barely inside of the zone. If Tokyo and Holy Father can land in here, they'll be in a very good spot. They need to get inside of that house quickly, though. They get in. Good job from them. Let's hop on board and see.
Engaging the
Zaya got another knock?
enemy eliminated.
Oh my god, this might be the best pickup 4K's ever made. I love Synth, but my god, 7 kills in the first game is unbelievable. They've got 11 kills total as a team here from the Philippines. Going down to 4K main now, they've got 7. Unfortunately for them, Zaya's got the same kills by himself as these guys have as a team combined. Jackal Time's been spotting another team across the map here. They're not able to land any shots, so we're going to go on to a different team for now and see who's fighting. Oh, more shots still not landing. They're actually fighting against Panchito. Right here, TSG. Can they do something? Slashy's going to go down. See you later. Panchito and his team have 8 total eliminations. We'll hop on to Flex as he has the high ground here above Ackman's team and the remaining TSG roster. They're not actually taking the fight, which is surprising. They don't want to take that fight right there. They've spotted Ackman. Shots are going to go down, not able to land that one. He doesn't even have a custom, so there's going to be no Maywa Omega flashbang mag being used. But TSG do have that up their sleeves. Flex is going in for a push, along with Soy Topo. They want TSG dead right now. I'm not sure if it's going to come through. Nope, they seem to be safe for a little bit longer. Let's look on to Rankid. He's probably going to die here. Yes, he does. He goes down. Flex is still alive. Magic's team is still up on it, but they're going to hold out Holy Father's team. We're going to have to watch from Holy Father's POV. Shots go down, not able to land any. Remy gets knocked here from Batata. Now Holy Father, Tokyo are left alive. Magic's moving around the side with the snowboard. Remy's getting revived right here. Saya has something to say about it. Holy Father keeps him alive for a little bit longer, but I think that's going to be Saya out of the game as this zone is pushing them out of the map. Patata still in front of Holy Father here. Remy's trying to do something with Patata, but it's not going to be the case. Nothing's going to happen, and they're going to fall early instead of making it into the late game. The last player alive is Tokyo. Can he do anything? He gets down Patata. Not bad there. Picking up its 14th kill as a team. Good performance from them after game number 1. 4K Mean still alive here late game. 8 teams are still up. These guys are all around each other right now. Ackman's team also have made it into the late game. Ames has been knocked. Last player alive is Delina. Shots go down onto Chamo, able to land a lot, not get the crack though. Jakari's still alive as well. He's getting targeted in and around the house. Shots go down with the EM2, not gonna be enough. Jakari falls. MJ, Leapback, Czar, Wagner, and Hasbullah still alive. This is Team No Neck and Long Necks, otherwise known as Team Necks. Shots able to land right here, but not gonna get the knock. They're in a very good spot situation here. They're barely outside of the next zone. They might even be in the next zone if they're on the other side of that house inside the walls. which would be insane considering they have 4 alive. Tempest has been used against, but the knock does not come through. Delina has been spotted here by Chamo. That should be a free kill. Easy peasy. 14 kills on the board for this Latin American roster, featuring Magic as the captain. Takeoff last alive for his team, also a team from Latin America. It's gotten very quiet here, chat. There's 3 Filipino teams still alive towards the end. 4K Main is one of them. Takeoff has been eliminated. This team, 4K Main, has 3, but Winter's team have 4 left alive. This is Philippines and Europe teaming up for arguably the first most dominant performance that they could possibly do together. They know that the other rosters are inside that house. They don't know that there's 4 of them, but they know that there's some of them. They could hold them off very easily here. 14 kills on the board. This is the 3rd team we've seen have 14 kills. Oh my god, through the wall. Oh, he hits him again. Winter, please. We need to see a wall bang, wall hack knock. I'm trying to see the clips go viral. Will it be the case? Not yet. A couple of nades would sort this out. 2-3 years in Dagestan would also sort it out, chat, but it's not looking like it's going to be the case here, as Winter can't land enough shots through the wall. Speaking of shots through the wall, though, it looks like Tom's also targeting the same team here. 4K Main are in a difficult situation as Tom has just been knocked by Leap. It's a bunch of Filipino rosters going back and forth against each other. Only 3 teams left. Tom is going to get revived here. Winter's been spotted. We've got Europe and the Philippines versus 2 full Filipino teams. Shots over from the side here from Insolence. 4K Main only have 2 players alive. I don't think it's going to go in the way of them. Never mind, Tom did get revived, but it's glitched on my screen. Smokes are going to be used right here. Remember, there's no smoke bomber in play. Going around the side right here. Can Winter make anything happen? No, he can't. Taking damage to the zone. Insolence falls. They've only got 3 players left alive. Winter's also going to go down. 4K Main are absolutely shredding the opponents. But I honestly think this is going to go in the other way of Wagner and the No Next team, if they still have 4 players alive. And that's exactly what's going to happen as they take game number 1 in our first $10,000 tournament of 2026, where classes are banned. Let's pull up the scoreboard, ladies and gentlemen, as they absolutely crushed that end game. They were being targeted by both teams, and they still came out on top. Not able to get a crazy amount of kills, but the points are going to stack up in their favor because they finished first place. Let's pull it up. 6 kills in a first place finish. It's going to get them 21 total points. But 4K Main are ahead of them with 22 total points, as they got second place with 12 total kills. So 21 and 22 for our first and second place teams. Team number 4 got 15 total kills. I feel like they should have won that game. Nagdi, Loading, Insolence, and Winter, they should have took the crown on the first game. They weren't able to do so. I think they just pushed it in the wrong way. They should have smoked off 4K Main and smoked themselves into an area of the map where they weren't targeted. But unfortunately, the way the cookie crumbled was they were in front of absolutely everyone, and they got taken out first. Going down the list, we can see a Latin American roster performing extremely well with 14 kills. That's Chamo, Ross Kid, Magic, and Patata. Another Latin American roster coming in at 5th place finish. That's Flex, Panchito, Takeoff, and Soy Topo. These guys are really good as well. But don't let that distract you from Agman's team. They're still here, chat. They're still dominating with over 150 MS. That's what we like to see. They had a rough start to that, but 8 kills with a 6th place finish is a solid average performance. It's not a great performance, but it's definitely not a bad performance, and they're definitely still in the run to win this because it's a 7-game series. So I'm wishing them the best as they keep on conquering future games. 8 kills with a 6th place finish is going to give them it's going to give them just into the double digits of total points. Going down, we can see Brotex, Jakari, Roselti, and Dima Blanca. Couple of kills, not as good of a finish. I must say, TSG were dominating. The fact that they died so early is actually slightly disappointing. They had 20 eliminations. With that placement, they are still tied at the top of the scoreboard with about 22 points. Can you imagine if they made it into the late game? They could have got 30 kills with the first place finish. It would have been absolutely incredible. But for now, they're barely in first place, tied, I believe. I believe they're tied for first place. I actually think that there are 3 teams tied for first place. or 2 teams tied for first place and a team right behind them with 21 points. So it's very close after game number 1. Don't let these other teams distract you, though. From Remy, Zaya, Holy Father, and Tokyo, with the best pickup they've ever had, we've got Zaya coming in with 7 kills by himself, chat. 14 kills total for the team. That's going to get them about 16 total points, and they're going to be in the top 10 at least coming in after game number 1. Going further down your list, you can see a crazily disappointing performance for arguably my favorite team, being Slayer, Low-Tech's Father Ali, and Hypno. I mentioned it before, they lost 2 of their players because of electricity crises in their country in the Middle East, and now they've picked up 2 brand new players, being Father Ali and Hypno. They don't have any chemistry, they don't have good communication yet, and I don't think they're going to perform well in this tournament because it was a last-second change by their team. Not that they're terrible players, it's just you need to build up that chemistry and the confidence in your teammates, and I don't think they've had the time to do so. Team that finished in 11th, that's Dami, War, Lewis, and Basu. And as we go further down the list, we can see some African teams in there, like Malay, Mona, Stalker, Bidex. We've also got that roster from the other... Wow, they actually got 6 kills from the other Battle Royale. They're doing pretty well. They're doing pretty well. Like I said, they're the best team from the region on the other game, and they're trying to be the best team from their region in this game at the same time. Decent performance from a team that is not from Call of Duty Mobile. 6 eliminations. 13th place, obviously no placement points there, but look at all the teams they beat. They beat Vitality, which won the qualifiers. They beat Sweet Dreams, Yuma, Necro, and Chapo. Chapo representing Africa along with this European team. You go further down the list, look at all these great players they beat in the first game. Great teams that they beat in this first game. They even beat a 4K team and the girls' best Filipino team. So they did really well in their first game of our first tournament in 2026, chat. What a phenomenal first game that was. Also, thank you to the watch parties watching from across the world. We got Flix, we got Zaina, and I think we've also got Rebar. He was meant to play today, but he just wasn't able to due to his team being pretty much insolvent, like I've mentioned before. If anyone else is watch partying and I didn't see your watch party before I started stream, hello! I hope you're good as well. Madnan will probably give me an update of who else is watch partying right now. But we're getting the scores tallied up for you guys, and we'll get them going as soon as possible. As for now, we're going to get ready to get into the second game. Thanks to everyone who is following the stream. Remember, if you want to gift any donations, gift them to the players that are competing in the tournament, because they need them a lot more than I do, and we want to give out as much to the community as possible. Speaking of the tournament scores, we've already got the updated scoreboard. Oh my god. This is the closest it's ever been after a first game. It's never been this close before after one game. Oh god. Oh, this is gonna rub some regions the wrong way, chat. Hey, I don't mean to be that guy. I don't mean to be that guy, chat, but as you can see, the scoreboard's updated on your screen. And we got 4 Kings, Jackal Time, TSG, No Neck, all top 4. We got 3 teams competing for the #1 spot, all tied. All tied, and number 4 is 21 points, which is 1 point behind. Look how close that is. I've never seen it that close before. For the first game? Unbelievable, chat. Unbelievable first game closeness right there, ladies and gentlemen, as we get back in to our second game of this 7-game tournament. Going into the second match, every game is played on isolated for this tournament, chat. The quirk of this tournament is the fact that there are no class abilities. That means you're not going to see any medics, you're not going to see any smoke bombers, you're not going to see any trap masters, any defenders, nothing. There's absolutely no class abilities allowed in this tournament. People are starting to land in. We'll have to see who it is going down. Unfortunately, all of the team bubbles are red. It must be a weird bug that they added to the game. I would love for them to change, but it is what it is. Maybe it'll be fixed by the next tournament later this month or at the start of next month. Looks like GNR have landed over in Harbor. It seems to be uncontested. Here we go. I believe it is uncontested. They got that for free, and that's a heavy loot spot, so they should be able to do pretty well this game. Let's go and check on Ski Town. Ackman's team still deciding not to fight on Ski Town this time around, which is surprising.
First blood.
Roskid able to get the first kill on the Low Texas team. No way, they're getting put out early here by another roster. It's only Low Tex and Father Ali left. This is a Latin American team. They can't blame ping issues for this now. Both of these rosters have mixed ping. Roskid runs straight past Low Tex here. Father Ali has been spotted, I believe. He's able to take down one, gets the kill on him. But, unfortunately, the full wipe does not come through, and he has been eliminated. That's not good. Oh, it did come through. We're good. But it's only Low Tex left alive, and I don't think he's going to survive this. I think he's going to get targeted here, and they're eliminated first.
Fire sale will start in 1
Chat, that's my favorite team. That was my favorite team when they had the 4-man roster of Low Tex, Slayer, a Bullboz, and ICANN. And like I said, the team has changed. 2 of their players couldn't make it due to complications within their country. And they have fallen first out of any roster inside of game number 2. Speaking of rosters falling, however, Remy and Tokyo last alive on their team. They're going against one of the best Latin American teams. Oh, a little bit of a double combo. The Wombo combo coming through. Oh my god, he will get Tokyo. Oh my god! They take down 3. There's no way it's a 1v1 situation. Tokyo, you need to take off down here right now. I need you to win this 1v1. It has to be done, ladies and gentlemen. A 2v4 is at play. It is at stake. Tags could be collected here as well. He could scan them back, but it looks like, oh, if he goes up this right now, he could take one down. Oh no, they got revived. Tokyo now in a bad spot. He could get killed here. Needs to stay alive for a little bit longer. That was a misplay from Tokyo. Can he stay alive? He's only got 22 HP. He's only got 22 HP. You need to stay alive, Tokyo, please, for a little bit longer. That was almost an insane 2v4. Tokyo, in my opinion, misplayed that slightly, as they did knock down 3 of them. Need to stay alive for a little bit longer here. There we go. His teammates are back. He knows that there's nothing more he needs to do. He gets knocked and he's taken out of the competition, but luckily for us, Holy Father and Zaya are back. God, they could have had such a clip on their hands if they 2v4'd that Latin American roster, but unfortunately, takeoff was just too good for them right there. He was able to shut them up for a little bit longer. Going on to another 4K team here. It's 4K main. They're not up to much. They got Ski Town to themselves, as Ackman's team have decided to rotate somewhere else. Instead, 3 kills straight off the bat. It's weird. It only says 2, but it's 3 for their team. Hey, yo, what is this, bruh? What is this, bruh? This is disgusting. Why is he not using his own skin as well? What am I looking at, bro? Oh, they're all using the same skin. You know what? Same skin aura? Love it. Love it. 10 out of 10, chat. Love same skin aura teams. TSG also still have 4 of their players alive. No kills, though. As we go down over to Team 8, no kills as well for these guys. No Neck and Long Neck, they have 4 on the other side of things. A lot of people are asking me to see where Vector's at. We actually haven't seen Vector. He's not up to much. He's not doing much, bro. Holy Father skin being used as well. I don't know where they are at, chat. Like, this is like the no-name land of COD Mobile Isolated. Nobody ever comes here. You only come here if the final zone is here, so I don't know what they're doing over by Military Research Institute. Not up to much, though, that's for sure. They're just chilling. The girls' team have rotated into the zone now. They got the helicopter. They were over by Harbor. They have custom AK-117s already, so they could land on a team easily here and take them out. Africans, still alive here. Malay, Mona, Stalker, and Bidex. They're trying to show that Africa is not a region that can be messed with anymore. We haven't seen too much of them in this competition thus far, but we're hoping to see a little bit more going forward, as Pavas does get knocked here. Bobcat's still alive. Remember, this team is called Vitality, and they actually won the qualifiers. Not only did they qualify, they won with 140 plus points. So they did really good, but they're struggling here after the first game. Shots go down here as well, and there comes the other team that qualified from yesterday. They're getting killed by the other Battle Royale roster. Oh, dearie me. Ryan Kidd finally gets knocked here from 12. Say HS.
Engaging the enemies.
Play comes through, and it's all down to the Ferg skin to make something happen. Zanpro, stay alive for a little bit longer, bro. Turn on him. Show them why there's number 1 on the shoulder for a reason here, Zanpro. We're trying to see it. The comeback of the Ferg skin is on. Zimba last alive for his team. Can he make something happen? I highly doubt it. As my GOAT Zanpro is still alive. A 1v1 situation. He doesn't know where Zimba is for now. He almost died there to the Striker. Striker, definitely one of the better shotgun ground loot weapons that we've had over the last few months. Zimba's right in front of him. Don't know about that peeking strategy there. He's going to revive another one of his teammates. Not sure how many teammates Zimba has, but CHS is going to get revived here, and that's not going to be good for Zanpro. I think he might get eliminated here. Zimba has been spotted, sees his footsteps right in front of him. He does have a Striker in hand as well. Can he reload it? I thought it had 12 bullets. It must only have 8. The HS has been spotted with his footsteps. Zimba's also there, though. This is a bad fight to take. I don't know if he should take this. Yes, down 1! First kid, can he get 2? Oh my god, Zanpro! Oh my god! Number 1 in the shoulder of the skin for the reason! Oh my god, that's what we love to see from the Ferg skin. And Lancelot comes in to secure the kill onto ZHS. Those guys were cooking yesterday inside of the qualifier, and Zanpro cooked them in the finals. What a play from a guy who doesn't even play COD Mobile as his main game. Going on to Gasparuski now. These guys were also in the qualification stage yesterday. They came 2nd place yesterday. The team that you just seen were wiped by them. That was Zamba and CHS. They came back through the revive flight, but Zambro was able to take down the other duo. Looks like they may go for the revives. Not sure what will happen there. Let's hop on board with somebody else.
Airdrop has been delivered.
Nobody is taking any fights at the minute. Even the Indian team has not lost any of their players right now. We haven't seen too much from these guys so far. India, arguably the weakest region in Call of Duty Mobile Battle Royale. We're yet to see them dominate at any capacity. As we'll hop back onto OG. Oh, they've been spotted. Verconi, they know he's there. I think he'll get out of here without taking a fight, though. Yeah, it looks like they're not going to take that fight. We'll hop on and see what Tokyo's up to here. He's going to go inside the football field, bruh. He's going inside the football field because he doesn't want to die. Hey! Bro is not Ronaldo, chat.
Airdrop has been delivered.
Where's his teammates' tags at? Oh dear, his teammates' tags are over by crash site. There isn't anyone there. He could get those tags, but he needs to go into the zone and get his health up a little bit. He spots the players right in front of them. Is that an M7 player? Oh, Lag has joined M7. Interesting. Holy Father's tag is the first one to go. He needs to take this car to get Holy Father. I'm not sure. Oh, he's going to go the whole way around to try and get Holy Father here. Not sure if he'll be able to do so. We'll have to wait and see. He's being indecisive. This could cost him Holy Father's life.
Tank has been dropped.
Oh, a fight's coming in here. HDR's being used. They don't know where the other team went. Looks like they're safe for now. 4K Winter, still alive with his roster. These guys have players from Philippines and Europe. Nagdi, Loading, and Insolence, all 3 players from the European region, with Winter being the only player from the Philippines. TSG still have all 4 remaining players alive as they work their way into the zone. This is not a bad spot for them, to be fair, as they have spotted Jachi below them. Oh, there's also Flame. He's gonna hop right on him. Stiller goes for the knock instantly. Can he get it? Barely. I mean, god damn. That was a bunch of spraying right there. It looks like he's using a Striker. The skin is bugged, even though I have all resources downloaded. Staying alive. They got 5 total elims on the board. I see Akman's team also in a fight right here. As Akman have spotted long neck, no neck. Delano's gonna get knocked from the side. That's Akman's 2nd teammate getting eliminated. His 3rd teammate has also now fallen. It's all down to Akman to make something happen here. Does he think he's Superman, though? That's the question. Obviously, he does. Superman is not what you are, Akman. It's not looking too good right here. He needs to stay alive for a little bit longer. He has the movement. But can he stay up and revive one of his teammates? He has no tags so far. Also, no smokes. This would be an amazing clutch if he was able to do it. Using the Street Fighter ability. I would say to his advantage, but it definitely wasn't. It's an awkward ability to use, to say the least. He could fall back to where he landed earlier or even go inside of this hut, but if anyone sees him go in the hut, he will get targeted instantly. There's teammates right beside him. Actually, enemies right beside him. This is a bad spot for him to be in. He's getting targeted here. He may die. It's looking likely that he's going to get eliminated here as he's getting targeted by the third qualification team. There he goes. Ackman's team fall early. I know he's going to be raging right now and probably trash-talking me down the mic. Hopping on over to Holy Father's team. He did come back through the revive flight, but they lost Zaya early this game, which was their top fragger after game number 1. Nagy's team also still alive. They've got 1 elimination on the board. Going down the list, we can see Winter's team also have 4 up. TSG have 4 up. And team number 8 also still have 4 up, known as Aura. I've just been told by Ackman that Synth is watch partying. I'm sure he's proud of his 4K rosters right now so far, as they have been doing absolutely phenomenal. Speaking of 4K though, they're getting targeted here. G's out in the open. Let's see what Nagdi has to say about this. Not able to get an elimination on team. They're using smokes to the advantage. A ride take is being used as well. Oh, he's using the FHJ instead because the SMRS is banned. Interesting. Very interesting. Not able to get any knocks onto the 4K main team. They all stay alive for a little bit longer. TSG also up. Akaza, bro. Like, we're gonna need to implement a new rule if you're gonna play like this, buddy. What is this? What? Bro, guys. Guys. Bro. Ain't no way, bruh. Ain't no way they're camping in this house this early on. They're not even in the zone! Guys! They're not even in the zone. Make your way to the zone. Stop being goofballs. Imagine they hit a snipe here, though. They can't see anyone for now, but I want to hop on over to Malay's team as I just seen him get knocked and eliminated. That's Holy Father right in front of them. Mona's not going to go for them, though. Guys, there's no way. 4K, man. What are we doing here, guys? What are we doing? Oh my god. Oh my god. The best African player cannot see Vector right now. He has absolutely no idea that he's right beside him. You guys better not kill him. You guys better not kill him. Just let him live, bruh. Let him live, bruh. Oh my god. Hey, actually. Oh my god. They're fighting in between. Bro, there's no way. There's no way this is working. There's absolutely no way. My boy Chapo had no idea he was sitting in this. The broken helicopter. I know Vector is crying right now. To be honest, I would have no idea that he's there either. I mean, look at the skin. It blends in perfectly. Who would have thought in a $10,000 tournament, a 1v4 would go down like this? Unbelievable. Unbelievable, ladies and gentlemen. Well, it's obvious that this roster's not stream sniping. They're definitely not stream sniping, chat. Oh. Uh-oh. Bruh. Bruh, there's no way. There's just no way this is happening. I can't believe what I am witnessing right here. They need to rotate into the zone. He got away with it. He got away with it. Vector lives to fight another day, ladies and gentlemen. He lives to fight another day. As the best African player has not seen him inside of his helicopter. And now they're fighting a different team across the map. My god. Vector, what a clutch. What a 1v4 situation. Look at him. I would never have seen him in there, man. I would never have seen him. Unfortunately, he's gonna jump off this hill and die instantly. Oh! Never mind! He's found another spot! He's found another spot, and Nerosa's right beside him here. Vector, 1v1 situation. Can you kill Nerosa? I have no idea. Nerosa has not been spotted. He also doesn't see Vector going up beside him, but unfortunately now it's all down to Necro, Sweet Dreams, and Yama to spot Vector and kill him. Ah! Finally, after all that, he gets taken down. See you later, Vector. That was some entertainment there, ladies and gentlemen. Holy Father's still alive here with his duo Tokyo. The OG duo as Panther takes down Tom with a pistol? 4K, man, really struggling this match. It looks like Philippines are struggling as a region in general. All of their teams are absolutely eradicated. None of them have 4 players alive except for TSG. 13 kills on the board here for TSG as well. They have double loadies. I can't even see this player. If you land any of those shots, people are going to call you a cheater, that's for sure. Players below them, it's a Latin American roster. Shots go down, not able to land any of them. Slashy, a little bit of a bad accuracy moment there for him. Tokyo gets taken down here from another player. Holy Father's last alive on his team as Winter falls on a different roster. These guys have all 4 players alive. Like I said, they still haven't lost one. If you look at the zone, they have easy rotations into it. As another African team is getting put off the map here. Stalker has been knocked. It's all down to Bidex to get into the zone. They only have 1 elimination. It's a very bad situation for them to be in. A Stalker is fully eliminated here. Nerosa is over to the right-hand side of Bidex. He's probably going to get taken down here. Shots go down. Nerosa gets absolutely dumpstered on, turned on. Rankid's still alive, though. Unbelievably. As me and 4K have been taken out completely. I would love to see Rankid and what he's up to. He dies, unfortunately, but not before they get 10 total eliminations. What a performance from that roster. A lot of teams have been taken down early here. I think this is going to square up the total points way differently to what we've seen after game number 1. All of those teams that were middle of the pack down to the top 10 are going to be right up beside the first 4 teams in terms of total points. Guy Sporowski and the second place finishing team from yesterday, all 4 teammates still alive. They're going to be going against the team that finished first in the qualification stage of yesterday, being Vitality, as they're using the zone to their advantage, knowing that nobody can rotate in from behind with their divot and rock formation. Another qualification team still alive as he's able to take down Instinct along with the Kaza, and that's another 4K roster dropped out of game number 2. These guys have 6 total eliminations. Holy Father last alive for his team. They only have 1 elimination. Can he get some more placement points though? Holy Father, solo dolo right now. Every single placement means something here, ladies and gentlemen. As all the of the players are right beside him. He could have taken a player down right there. He's going to opt to go outside of the zone. He doesn't have any smokes to use. He's probably going to get targeted. Not before he can try and take down some of the players from the opposing team. That was a bad play. He's going to die outside of the zone. He should have just rotated in instead and taken that fight. Shots go down. Many different teams dying here. TSG still in the fray, though. They got all 4 of their players left alive. This is literally the end game right here. They could take it away. One of their players do get knocked and eliminated. Another player goes down, but Layla still, oh my god, gets knocked, but Stiller last alive on his team. Can he do anything? No, he can't. And Jakari last alive on his team. COD Ninja and Yen still up. It's a 1v2 situation, and it's going to go in the way of COD Ninja and Yen Zavito. I'm surprised they actually won that game. They finished first with quite a few kills there towards the end game. As we pull up the total leaderboards right now, they finished 3rd in the qualification stage with a few kills, not a lot. 11 kills in a first place finish is going to give them 26 total points. 26 total points for game number 2. They survived for 19 total minutes. So all of them are going to get a good amount of MVP total tally points. Yambasito, Sofacito, Trump, and COD Ninja in that roster. Another Latin American roster also finished fairly dominant here with 7 total eliminations. Going further down the list, you can see TSG got a lot of kills and finishing 3rd. They're going to rocket their way up the scoreboard here, ladies and gentlemen. As we go further down the list, if you hear me sniffling, it's because I'm still sick, surprisingly. Team that finished in 4th place is Team 25. They are also a community team that qualified through yesterday's final qualifications. We can see Vitality also finishing in 5th place, along with Holy Father, able to last out a little bit longer than he should have. I'm surprised he took that fight. He probably should have just tried to stay alive for as long as possible instead of trying to fight somebody. But it is what it is. At least he got some placement points off that game. Further down the list, you can see Chapo, Yuma, Necro, and Sweet Dreams. They were able to kill Vector in the end, but Vector survived for a long time against them inside of that chopper. 8th place goes to another 4K roster, being Fright, Negi, Akaza, and Instinct. Then we can see Kust going in at 9th place. These guys got a lot of kills for a 9th place finish. Further down the list, we can see that other team finishing in 10th place. They got 10 total eliminations. Team OG from a different Battle Royale game coming into Call of Duty Mobile and definitely proven that they can stand alone in a no-class tournament. Playing a little bit better than the African roster that finished behind them in 11th place. We also got the next team finishing in 12th. And as we go further down the list, you can see the 4K main team having a disastrous performance. A disastrous performance after game number 2. They're going to go down the list a lot. Also, surprisingly or not, our administration team would like me to update you guys with the MVP scores after game number 1. So far, the MVP for this season is G. But after that game, I think he's going to fall down the ladder. Especially considering that Dawn was right behind him along with Hasbullet, Wagner, and MJ. They were on 21 for the MVPs. We're going to go down the list so I can show you where everyone else is currently located. You can see the first team to fall was Lotex, Hypno, Slayer, and Father Ali. They died first out of every single team. And then I don't like the way that it says top kills on the top of the total scoring. It should say total score or total points for the MVP before I show anything like that on screen. I'll go right back up the list so that you can see all of your favorite players after game number 2. But that is the end of game 2. I think that the tally of the scoreboard is going to be completely different between game number 1 and game 2. There won't be a 3-way tie at all, considering the 4 Kings Jackal time did so bad. I think TSG are probably going to skyrocket into the lead, if I had to guess, along with Latam Prime doing okay, 4K Overload dropping a little bit, and some of those qualification teams going right up the leaderboard, especially Vitality, and of course, the other qualification teams known as T1 and Skibbity. Haha, almost forgot their name there, chat. Almost forgot it. But we are good. Getting ready to go into game number 3 now, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to get the MVP tallies up on the screen as well once we get them all situated. And then at the start of every new tournament, we will have the MVP leaderboard. Now, like I said, at the start of the event, there will be an MVP leaderboard to decide the best players in the world, and it will include all of the players that compete in any of our tournaments. Not only that, at the start of tournaments, we will show the points per game that the best teams have had in the previous tournament. For example, points per game means how many points on average does a team get every single time a match starts. So if a team gets 20 points one game and 21 points the next game, they will total out to a 20.5 points per game total. This will allow us to see what the best teams in the world are averagely getting per game that they play in. Of course, some teams may change around in the season and some new teams may come through the rankings. So as that happens, we will show points per game based off competing in a certain amount of tournaments. For the MVP scores, however, it will be the total scores will be the judge of the MVP who wins the MVP award. And along with the prize pool that is yet to be decided because I need to get COD Mobile on my side, I'm going to get an MVP trophy made for the player who finishes the 2026 season as the total MVP for Battle Royale. We're not sure who would have got it for last season because we weren't tracking stats like this, but if I had to guess, it would have probably been somebody like a Slayer. because he was doing so well in so many different tournaments. It could have maybe been any player from that roster, but I do believe that Slayer's team, along with Slayer as a solo player, did so well that he would probably have been the MVP, but that's yet to be found out. We will get the scoreboard updated for you guys over on TikTok. Like I said, it just takes a couple of moments. We are the fastest when it comes to tournament updating scoreboards. Just waiting for the graphic here from Madnan. Madnan, don't worry about MVP scores after games. Just worry about total point scores. We only really care about the MVP score at the start of tournaments. Game number 3 is underway. I'll get the scoreboard updated for you guys as soon as I receive it. This is the 3rd game in a 7-game series, ladies and gentlemen. The scoreboard has been sent to me, and the first place team have got a little bit of a lead here, ladies and gentlemen. Actually, quite a sizable lead, as they're the only team to have a consistent finish for the first 2 games inside of the tournament. With 47 points, your first place team so far is TSG. That's going to be TSG Rigid. 47 points with T1 in 2nd place on 30. We can also see No Negs finishing in 28 points at 3rd. Aura have 27 points in 4th. Las Cabras have 26 points. But, I mean, the middle of the pack teams, from 2nd place all the way down to 10th place, there's only 10 points in it, ladies and gentlemen. There's very little in it at all. And a team that is right now in 10th place is going to be Holy Father and Rami's team. The 4K Overload roster, they're in a tough spot here. A very tough spot indeed, as Flex has been spotted by Rami. He would need to be able to take him down instantly without taking any damage. Secra, also in a fight here. He was able to absolutely obliterate an African team. Did he take them down in their entirety? Oh my god, I think he fully eliminated them. Malay, Stalker, Mona, and Bidex have been killed before the first minute of the match was even up. They just got absolutely dominated. I'm not sure what Baho Itlog means, but I appreciate you guys if you're saying something nice from the Philippines. Much love, guys. I know you guys all love me over there from the Philippines. Mahal Kita, Philippines, my broskito. Let's hop on board with other teams, see where everyone's at on the map as well. Holy Father's still alive for now. He rotated out of that situation as fast as he could because he didn't want to get killed from the other team. Zaya's trying to land on a tag here. This is going to be a tough situation for him to be in. He does get the tag, and he's going to die instantly. Unfortunately, not able to confirm the revive, but at least the tag stops for a bit. Going now over to Narosa. Holy Father's last alive in the team for now. It's not looking good for them at all. They could go out of the top 10 here. Team number 5. This is AMK's roster. They're barely outside of the top 10 so far inside of the tournament. They've been having a rough one. Speaking of other teams that have been having a rough one, Slayer's able to knock one here. Darko goes down. This is the Indian roster. This should be a free wipe for them. It's not going to be a free wipe, unfortunately. Father Ali needs to do something here with his teammate known as Slayer, as Troy's the last alive on the Indian roster. He could get a 1v4 here. Troy, staying alive for a little bit longer. Slayer wants to take him down, though, quick. They've got 3 total eliminations. Troy stays alive. Did he get any of the tags back, though? That's the question. Doesn't seem like he got any tags. Slayer's going to rotate right into him. He spotted him right here to his right. Uses the snowboard to get away. Takes the high ground with the head glitch. Now they're fighting from behind and in front. This should be a free kill. Free kill comes through. Troy is eliminated, and the Indian Pro roster has been eradicated out of game number 3. Slayer's team finally doing good at the start of a game. They've had a really rough start here, ladies and gentlemen. I've actually felt quite sorry for them as they made this team last minute going into this tournament. So they don't have the chemistry that they once had before. Oh dear. Yeps has been knocked and fully eliminated. It's COD Ninja right beside him. Vector, what are you going to do here? Nika also falls along with Geek Panda. See you later. All down to Vector again. That's some free kills for the boys right there, if I do say so myself. These guys are known as T1. They're currently 2nd place on the scoreboard. Madnan, can you let me know what Ferg Baho Itlog means? Because I have absolutely no idea, and they're spamming it in the TikTok chat. A couple of people are saying TSG got this tournament in the bag. That's yet to be seen, though. They have been performing very well with 47 total points. Second place team is from Latin America with 30. No Neck is also a Filipino team with 28. And then we've got Aura right behind them. The team we're looking at right now is Vitality. They were the first place team in the qualifiers. Like I said before, any player in the world can qualify for these events now. Especially since we're adding an MVP tally. I want to see what the most valuable player in the entire world is. You don't need to be a big content creator.
Airdrop has been delivered.
Apparently somebody's been caught using an SMRS. I'm gonna ask Madman to give me an update on that one. Could it be one of the players from this team?
Airdrop has been delivered. Airdrop has been
Don't see it.
Airdrop has been delivered.
But we'll keep an eye on that, chat. All of their points will be eliminated if they are using an SMRS for this game. FHJ is being used here by Says HS. The helicopter has been eliminated. There's no way you guys are saying I'm stinky, bro. Bro! Ain't no way. I thought you guys were giving me compliments. Ridiculous, broski. Ooh, 4K got their entire team back. I thought this was going to be a bad game for them, but luckily all 4 have been revived, and the Latin American team let them get rezzed. We haven't seen too much from Ackman's team, but the other European team are doing quite well this game.
Airdrop has been delivered.
I think these guys will be a little bit more passive. He's actually decided to bring out his own skin now. He's not joining the Team Artery roster anymore. They spotted a Latin American team. It's going to be T1 right in front of them. The nades can come through here. I can tell Ackman's a little bit laggy on MS by the way the nades are coming through, so hopefully he's able to get a snipe down. Oh, speaking of snipes down, he does get landed on by a DLQ Omega Maywatt mag. Shots coming on from both different teams here. Lots of different snipers are being used. Ackman rotates back to his roster. They've got all 4 alive for now. Team number 25.
Airdrop has been delivered.
No, they don't have an SMRS. Did they use it?
Soldier. It's time for a fire sale.
I see the FHJ, chat. This is perfectly legal. This right here, FHJ, they're allowed to use it. They're just not allowed to use the SMRS.
Airdrop has been delivered. Airdrop has been delivered.
Mad Dan, you're going to need to watch back the stream or one of the intangibles to see if any SMRSs appeared on the kill feed. As for now, however, Vitality's still alive. They got 0 kills in the board. We'll hop on board with a different team, though. As Vector is able to get back his entire roster. But there is fights happening here between 4K Mian and the Latin American pro team with iWar as their captain. Super Jeff pushing up over onto the left-hand side here. Uses the ability. He's going to get this full kill. There, the full kill comes through. Another kill comes on to Dami, and now that leaves only 2 on this roster. Lewis Gaming and Basu still alive. I think it's going to take them a little bit longer to get that kill, though. So we'll hop on over to Ackman's team. They put down 2 different loadouts. They spotted another team across the map on the New Vision City. Not able to land enough shots to get a kill confirmed. TSG still performing well in game number 3. They've got 3 eliminations total so far. Shots go down. That's going to be Low Texas team right in front of them. TSG versus Eternity. The girls team would be... Oh my god! A nade right across the map onto Hypno. This is a 3v4 situation. Let's hop on board with Seacrest. He's right up and close to Low Tech. Slayer and Father Ali rotating out of this situation entirely. They're getting pushed super aggressive style here. They do have the ping disadvantage. Can they make something happen here? Low Tech's still alive just outside of the building for now. Secret comes through. Tries to predict, but Low Tech stays alive for a little bit longer. He's crouched, so they don't know where he is. And a third party's coming through here from a Latin American team. It's going to be Magic's roster. Shots go down. It's going to be able to land it as his Finnick runs out of ammo too quickly. Low Tech is going to fall here. There's no way he gets out of this situation. See you later. Oh my god, able to pick up 1. Low Tech's almost does it. If he had any teammates to help him out there, he would have been able to fry that opposing team, being TSG, but unfortunately they rotated away. That would have been a nice wipe from him. He doesn't get the full kill onto any of the team of TSG, so no points collected thus far from that wipe. Still on 4 total kills.
Airdrop has been delivered.
We'll hop on board and see what Zaya's up to. He's fighting somebody. He was shooting at somebody from across the map there, but it looks like they're just trying to rotate into the zone now. as we're going to go down and watch Akaza as they're in a fight as well. It's going to be Negi and Akaza's team taking down Basu here. We've seen 4K main fight this team earlier. We're not too sure where they're at right now, though, as it looks like they've been rotated away from that situation entirely. They have 6 total eliminations, as it looks like Akman has been eliminated from another European player. They should be able to get him back into the action, though, through the revive flight. That must have been some really top-tier aim with the sniper to be able to take him down like that. Shots go down. Wagner from No Next is going to get eliminated here. Looks like the Lina wants something to happen with his sniper. Not able to land any of them yet. As another 4K team's rotating right beside this European team. Aims to spot them. They're not going to be able to do anything towards them, though. Player staying alive for the OG God Squad. Unfortunately, they don't have Hypno back in a revive flight just yet, as TSG have his tag on top of that mountain. TSG must know that it is the tag from one of the better teams in the tournament, so they are watching it, even though it's banned. It looks like they've rotated away, so the camp and tags rule has been enabled, and they're not camping it anymore. That being said, they were fighting another Latin American roster, so they are more than welcome to do so. There they are. They've left it. They're leaving it, so now the tag is able to get taken. Zanpro is getting some kills, though. I want to see where he's at on the map. Oh my god! With the Ferg skin! Up on top of the Korean. He got an elimination. Lotex has been spotted, though, as he rotates into the zone. He's going to fall here. He got revived. Unfortunately, he did get killed again. Let's hop on and see what Lag's up to. We haven't seen too much from this player. He's pretty known in the scene. Not known as being Vector's teammate, though. Speaking of Vector, where is he at?
Airdrop has been delivered.
Again. Again? Oh my god, he got zone. He got zone again. Wow, he might actually be able to do something in this game, ladies and gentlemen. We'll have to catch up with Vector later on in the game.
Airdrop has been delivered.
Don't you worry, chat. We're getting some behind-the-scenes teams to check out that SMRS of Team 25 to see if it was used, what kills they got, what kill, or what team they got the kill on, etc. Shots going down here. Trump does get knocked. And it looks like it's going to be 4K main shooting them from the side. Oh my god, across the map. They're not getting third party from the side. Not before they were able to get 2 knocks and eliminations right there, though. This is going to be a good situation for them to be in, if they're able to confirm any more of these kills. Super Jeff is pushing in from the front, and Neroz is right there as well. Neroz is able to take down another. The third party comes in from the side. It's going to be Team 25, which is what the team everyone's calling out right now in the competition for using the SMRS for a moment in time. We haven't seen them use the SMRS since then, though. But remember, it is banned, and they will lose all their points for using it. Any points they were able to get from that. G's able to take down another one. I believe his name's actually G, but I always call him G. Because when the teams see him, it is a GG, as seen right here, able to take down another. Let's hop on board with his teammate as he's pushed up right here with Super Jeff. Easy pickings for 4K main. Braconi's knocked as well. There's only one more player left alive in the roster, and I think he's rotated out of that situation. Not able to do so, and they are wiped. Team number 25 taken out of game number 3. 13 kills on the board here for 4K main. They have a possibility to go back-to-back tournament wins, and also be our first winners for 2026, which would mean the first region to win a tournament would be the Philippines. Speaking of Filipino teams, though, I've just seen Wagner getting a kill, so we'll have to hop on board with him and see where he is on the map. Oh, on the opposite side of the zone, opposed to the 4K main team. All 4 of them hopping in the car. They should be good to rotate into the zone. I would love to see where Lotex and Slayer are. If they're still alive. They are still alive, thank God, but they don't have any more kills than what they did at the start. He's actually running past Vector right now. Surprisingly, Vector's using the strat again and able to stay alive with it once more. Bro's definitely clip farming right now. All 4 players from the Slayer Lotex duo team coming back into play here. Yet again. Oh, they know. They know Vector's in there. They know to check it, and Vector falls. You're not going to be able to troll 2 teams in a row. Unfortunately, Lotex called it out instantly to check that helicopter. Too many people have seen Vector's viral moments on TikTok, and they know that he uses that helicopter skin. Going over to TSG. These guys are first place so far, but Stiller is knocked, and one of their players are dead. Looks like he's going to get knocked outside of the zone and possibly die forever. This could be TSG's worst game performance of the tournament so far. Worst game performance so far is highly likely. As Slashy and Leah's trying to rotate into the zone here, we're going to hop on board with them. They're the last two players for the team. Let's see where the zone's going. They have a long way to go if they want to rotate around using the Street Fighter ability to their advantage. There's a Latin American team right behind them as well. They are getting third party. Stiller could get rezzed here. It's a possibility. They would need to smoke right in front of them. Oh my god, Slashy doesn't know that there's a team right below him. I don't think they've spotted him. I think he's gotten away with it. Shots go down onto Lee. Layla staying alive for a little bit longer. They're going to rotate up on top of it. Shots come in as well. They're able to knock one of them, but they're getting third party from the side here. TSG bring back one of their players. Seeker's fully eliminated here, and that team featuring Jakari is the last player alive for the roster. Tempest goes down, able to hit him with it. 146. Tempest, one of the best guns in the entire game right now, especially for comp play. TSG keeping 3 players alive, but it looks like Remy's last 4-4 King Overload. They only have 1 kill. Can he do what Holy Father did last game and stay alive for a little bit longer? Hopefully, as Low-Tex dies from his team. We'll hop on board with the Hypno as he's also been knocked. Possible full eradication of the roster coming through here. Slayer's just struggling to stay alive here. He does have the striker in hand. He's camping inside of the crate, just trying to make a play for placement. Along with Father Ali making a play for placement as well. Father Ali spotted the team behind him. That was a bad play for him, trying to get out of the situation. He is able to stay alive for a little bit longer, using shields now to heal up. He's going to get targeted very fast here from this team. Slayer also still alive here, but this is a very good roster hunting Father Ali down. I think that it's very unlikely that he stays alive, especially considering he's going back to Slayer. He may get targeted here. 4K mains roster is now getting eliminated as well as we go into the end game here, ladies and gentlemen. They're able to get a 17th kill. Tom is knocked out. Wagner has been spotted right in front of them on the top of the hill. Gets taken down by Super Jeff, but not before Tom gets knocked again. All 4 players are still alive, and they're going to be able to get Tom back through reviving. 18 kills on the board is going to close that gap between them and TSG. 4K, Fright, and Instinct still alive as well, using bot skins, along with Winter and the EU Filipino team roster standing up on tippity top of the mountain. They need to rotate into the zone because it's not going to hit for a lot. Insolence dies along with Holy Father outside of the zone. They push into Holy Father. Ali gets eliminated. And there it goes. Delena dies outside of the zone, and that's going to be all she wrote for Ackman's team. Slayer's also going to get knocked outside of the zone, and I believe they are out as well. Can't believe that Kust is still alive for now. Like I said before, Holy Father's team have been eliminated as well. Jakari's still alive here from Latin American's roster. Surprisingly to see team number 8 still in it. He's been the last alive for a very long time here. A lot of Latin American teams still up. It looks like Broken's decided to join and play in the tournaments as well, going under the name of Takeoff. Comes through, but unfortunately he's going to die before anything more is done. We're going to hop on board with the 4K team here. As we can see, they've only lost 1 player. Bang! Shots go down, not able to land him. Can he land this one? Gee, this is not a good look for you, guy. Finally gets the full kill on the Fury loading. That team has been fully eliminated now. He does have a really good spot in the zone here with a nice sniper. The Omega may want mag being used, but he just got Tempest from the side. Tempest shot's going to come from across the map here again. Is that a player from a different roster right beside him? It is. It's going to be Winter. Can you play spoiler to go? Shots go down, not able to get the kill confirmed onto him. Super Jeff also firing shots as well. Smoke is going to be used here. Can he get a Tempest from this? No, he can't. Jackery's right in front of him, trying to get shots onto him. Tom's targeting him. Shots go down. Gez going to be able to get the kill. They also take out another team from the side, but Super Jeff is going to get knocked outside the zone. Now it's left for only 2 players left in the 4K main roster. Shots go down onto Tamu. Can he get it? No, he can't. Gale last alive. He has 12 kills here, ladies and gentlemen, and he's still in the zone. Kinetic armor's being used. Hopefully he doesn't get targeted by this Latin American roster, but that's going to be the case. There you go. Patatata takes down Ga. And now TSG are the last remaining roster from the Philippines. This may go in the way of Magic's roster here, as they have 4 players left alive, 8 kills on the board. They're getting targeted by two different teams. However, TSG are one of them left alive. They know that they're right beside them here. Chamo trying to make something happen. Will he be able to kill the player from the bottom of the rock as he holds the high ground? Oh my god, they forfeited high ground here. That's surprising. Forfeiting high ground is not the play that I would have taken. Now I want to watch TSG as Chamo's not going to get the knock. Never mind. I thought. But he turned on Stiller, and it looks like TSG is going to get eliminated first, and that's going to leave Magic's pro team from Latin America as the last remaining 4-stack team, and it's going to be easy pickings on the Kusk and Holiday. See you later, Alligator. Game number 3 is going in the way of Magic's Team 10. As they are the last remaining 3-man roster. Leah, there's absolutely nothing you could do here. They're actually going to die outside the zone and not give the points to the roster. That's a totally legal strategy. As Magic's team number 10 were able to get the win. Latam Prime. Those guys were already top 5, and after that performance, I think they're going to skyrocket their way into at least top 3. It seems like the leaderboards so far in this tournament are dominated by Latin America and Philippines. 2 regions that are across the planet from each other, so they're definitely playing on different MS right now, but 2 different regions that are standing alone on top of the leaderboards. A lot of kills. That's going to be 11 kills with a 15 points for placement. Going to get 26 total points after game number 3, which is going to be 45 total points for that team. SMRS was not seen in the kill feed, ladies and gentlemen. It was only the FHJ. So somebody has started a rumor over Team 25. There was no kills from SMRS. It was only FHJ. You may be confusing an FHJ kill feed with the skin as an SMRS chat. We've checked over every single kill, and the admin team have came back and said that there was no SMRS kills for that match. Speaking of kills, however, we can see Team 2 landing 25 eliminations. That's 4K's official main roster. With a 4th place finish, that's going to give them about 30 total points. So they're going to be right up that leaderboard. They had a bad game too, but they're going to be, oh yeah, they're going to be going straight up into 52-point total after that game, which might even put them close to 1st place. We'll have to see where TSG finished after that match, as they died a little bit. Oh, they died at the end, but they didn't get that many kills. So they got good placement points with 10 total placement points and a 7 kill game, 17 total points. They'll still be in the lead. They'll be in about 64 total points, but there's going to be a couple of teams closer behind them than there has been before. Speaking of teams that were close behind them, we're not too sure where T1 finished in that match. I'm going to go down the leaderboard and look for COD Ninja here. I don't see COD Ninja anywhere with his team. Can anybody spot them? Where did they finish after that match? I actually cannot see them. I can see Gasparuski and his team. There they are, 16th place with only 5 points confirmed. That's going to bring them up to 35. They're going to go probably down outside of the top 5 for that match. I don't think they're any longer in the money for the current leaderboard standings after game number 3. As you can see, there's a lot of different placements for some of the better teams. The African team, we've seen Malay, Mona, Bidex, and Stalker died first this time around. We can also see that Vitality died very early on, along with the girl team, the Indian roster, 24th place. And as we go further up the ladder, Chapo's team unfortunately dying with no kills. That's a mix of Chapo and European players. Further up the list, some teams that I kind of expected to be this far down the leaderboard, and then some that were surprising, like team number 25, finishing in 18th place. COD Ninja's team performed very badly there, and that's the worst performance we've seen from OG so far. They aren't on the leaderboard after game number 2, but I know that they're very close to the leaderboard position, at least in the top 10. Holy Father's team had a terrible performance here as well. They're going to get kicked out of the top 10 after that game, after being in the top 10 for the first 2. And then we can see Slayer and Lowtex's team finishing in 12th with a couple of kills here and there, 7 total. Not going to be a good performance from them either. Ackman's team also lagging behind a little bit here. I will say he's probably screaming down the mic. Very annoyed right now, as a classic Ackman would be with a disappointing performance. Hopefully, we can see them do a little bit better into game number 4 as we see Team 9. That's going to be the next team. They got quite a few kills here. 10 total eliminations with 1 point for placement. That's going to give them 11 points. They're going to go up to 39 total points. So they won't be right behind the top teams at all. They would need to have a little bit better of a performance going forward. We see a 4K team coming in 9th place, along with Winter's team coming in 8th, a Latam team in 7th, a mixed region team in 6th, along with another Latin American team in 5th, 4K's main roster in 4th, another Latin American team in 3rd, TSG in 2nd, and of course Magic's Latin American roster, known as, well, they have quite the name. I must admit, the Latin American teams probably have the coolest names out of anyone when it comes to, like, I guess the aura of their name. There is actually a Latin American team called Aura, but Magic's team's called Latam Prime. And since they were already on the leaderboard after game number 2, they're going to skyrocket up it after game 3. Speaking of the leaderboard, we're going to go into the 4th game, and I'm going to update the leaderboard on your screen right now, thanks to the administration team for being so quick with that as we get into game number 4. The scoreboard is updated over on TikTok. I'm going to update it on YouTube as well right now. And there is your official scoreboard update, ladies and gentlemen, on your screen. We can see TSG narrowly in the lead here with 64 total points. Right behind them, it is 4 Kings with 52 total points. Latam Prime with 50. That's Magic's team, like I just mentioned, points. And Las Cabras with 48 total points. A dark horse team here would be Bop or Bope. These guys have 41 total points inside of this tournament. The reason I say they're a dark horse team is because we haven't seen them do insane numbers. We haven't seen them win a tournament, at least in a long time. I think Kust won a tournament back in the day, but we haven't seen the other players win in a very long time. Holiday and Bolivia, very respected players in the Latam scene. So it's good to see these guys up here in a top 5 position from Latin America. It looks like so far inside of this tournament, we have 3 Latin American teams and 2 Filipino teams in the top 5, with the Filipinos owning number 1 and 2. Look at how many people landed right there. Oh my God. As we go further down the list, you can see other teams on the top 10 scoreboard. We've got No Neck from the Philippines. We've got Jackal Time from Europe and Philippines. We've got T1 from Latin America and North America, along with Aura from, I believe, Latin America. That's Exotico's pro team. And then at 10th place, we've got Vitality. Vitality is actually a community-ran team. So it's a team that came through our qualifiers, and now they're top 10 in the finals. However, let's hop on board with some teams that are in a fight straight off the bat. And I'm going to ask you guys to let me stop talking for a moment right here, as I'm going to take a sip of my coffee for the first time today. While I do this, I'm going to hop you on board to Low Texas team, because it seems like they're in a fight. Panthers up on top of Dormitory here. They have spotted him. Remember, this is the Indian roster that has been struggling so far in the competition. Oh my God! I have never seen somebody do that! What? I didn't even know that existed.
Eliminated.
That is the craziest hardcore I have ever seen in Dormitory. What a play from Slayer to be able to get a knock and a full kill right there. Now he's going to go ahead and fight a different team, this time from Nigeria. He's taking players down from India and Nigeria at the same time here, ladies and gentlemen. The kill comes through from his teammate, and he's confirmed 2 straight off the bat here. Hypno's also shooting over onto the Nigerian roster. The Indian pro team has been fully eliminated already, and now Prime has been spotted here from Hypno. Hypno able to take down Prime. They've only got 1 more player left alive in their team, surely. Actually, they have 2, so there's 2 more kills up for grabs here, and this could be absolutely phenomenal for Slayer and Low Texas roster to make a little bit more of a statement inside of this tournament. There goes Lila. Now only 1 player left in the roster. He's going to rotate out of that situation entirely. Doesn't want to take the fight whatsoever. Slayer tried to chase him down, but it's not going to be able to be done. Good job from Slayer and the team. 7 eliminations. They needed that, chat. Words cannot describe how much these guys needed this good start. Speaking of bad starts, though, we've got Remy coming into the match here, and he's last alive on his team. This is not looking too good for him. Hopefully he can get a revive here. He needs to just crouch. instead. Uh-oh, this is bad. This is not good. Jump off right now. Go on top, yes. There we go. He's probably gonna die here instantly. Can he stay alive for a little bit longer? No, he cannot. And 4K's Overload roster has been eliminated from the competition. An unfortunate situation for Holy Father and the boys of the Overload roster, but at least they can watch the 4K main team as they are currently second place in the competition.
Here we go.
Nice try from Remy to stay alive here, but honestly, I think they need to change their drop spot against that Latin American roster, as if they keep landing there and giving out those kills, it's going to be harder for the 4K team to win it, as that is a Latin American team that could win the entire tournament. Going down to the other 4K team, however, they've landed it over on Black Market. Nobody's landed with them, so they're good to go for now, ladies and gentlemen. On the other side of things, we've got Ackman's team over on the complete opposite side of the map. One thing I have noticed is COD Ninja's getting kills in the feed right now against another Latin American team. These guys qualified through the qualification stage of yesterday. 2 kills on the board. They've spotted War across the map, landing in. Asu has been fully eliminated. War might be the last live on this team. He is the last alive. That's going to be a full wipe and 4 kills on the board for COD Ninja and T1. T1's currently situated at 8th place in the competition. I would say that this tournament is up for grabs for anyone in that top 10. If TSG have a bad game, 4Kings have a bad game, the leaderboards will look vastly different, especially this early inside of the competition. Speaking of teams that are up for grabs in terms of winning it, let's hop on board with No Neck, because they're sitting on 39 points, trying to get kills on the Fury. Wagner's been knocked already. Fury aims, does get full kills. Luth goes down from Hasbulla. Where's Ackman in all of this? We haven't seen Ackman. Is he still alive? He is. He's going to rotate out of that situation entirely. Doesn't want to take that fight. He doesn't have any teammates tags, though. I know he's going to be very annoyed that he had to fight that team early on in this competition, as they definitely do have a ping advantage. He may get sniped here from the side if he doesn't move side to side. He is getting sniped at right now. A headshot could insta-kill him. Stays alive for a little bit longer. Look at that movement there with the glider. Great sideways movement. He lives to fight another day. Good job, Ackman, staying alive right there. Let's hop on board to TSG, as they're still in the competition. They've got a loadout and everything. Oh my god. He took him off the quad. He actually sniped him off of the quad bike. I didn't get to see it, but I'm sure that was absolutely insane. And fingers crossed that somebody recorded that, because I need to see that clip. Leap MJ was able to snipe Ackman off the quad bike. I did not see that coming. As we'll hop on over to OG. They've got all 4 of their players left alive. Good job to them. A lot of people are saying that I should go and watch.
Airdrop incoming.
Vector.
Airdrop has been delivered.
He's not up to anything just yet, ladies and gentlemen. He's still alive, but he's not up to anything. Unfortunate situation for Ackman and the boys there, as we're going to go down into Team 25. These guys came through the qualification stage. They have 4 eliminations.
Airdrop has been delivered.
4 eliminations as well for T1. Vitality is on 2. Vitality and T1 are in the top 10. However, Skibbity are not. As they rotate into the zone, Barry has also lost their teammates very early here. The girls' team seems like they're fighting. Oh, wow, Zimba took him off the helicopter there. That's the team that we were just watching. And now they're going to rush over to GNR. This is the girls' team known as Amarta. Liam's knocked. Sneaky's knocked. Yachi. Oh, dear. That's going to be a full easy team wipe there. There we go. A full team wipe coming in the way of team number 25. GG. See you later, girlies. The girly pops have been annihilated. As I'm going to watch somebody else. Oh, no. Don't give me that bug. Thank God it's over, ladies and gentlemen. Thank God it is over. Something that's not over, however, is the fact that COD Ninja... Oh! He's been eliminated too, so T1 go out early as well. A lot of the teams in the top 10 are dying very early on here, chat. TSG are still alive. They've lost one of their players, but they're still up. Flashy gets the tag. They could be targeted here, but let's hop on board with 4K main as they're in an actual fight.
revived
They were able
by
to
the
take down a
rise.
couple of players from the Team 25 roster.
Airdrop incoming.
They're looking over on board of TSG. If this fight goes down, it's going to be number 1 and 2.
eliminated.
Icon Yuma gets knocked here. This is a third-party situation for TSG and 4K. Slashy and TSG only have 3 players on the roster alive beside them right now, as one of their players is coming back through the revive flight, and it looks like Tom has got a better angle here. Nerosi's going up for a close range angle as well, as Guh has rotated over to the side. Nerosa trying to make something happen, not able to do anything thus far. Looks like TSG are rotating away from the situation, so we're going to go ahead and watch Hasbullah.
Airdrop has been
He's the last
delivered.
player alive for his team. He's going to land shots on the Kurst, able to get him knocked. Shots go down. Can he get the full kill? Full kill doesn't come through. Oh, gets revived. He's going to get instantly killed straight away here. Oh, this is a bad fight. You need to get that confirmation. You need to get that kill confirmation, bro. Leap comes back through the revive flight, so this team's staying alive for a little bit longer. Leap falls down right in front of them. They've spotted him. He gets the kill. But unfortunately, he does get knocked. Now Bardax is trying to find Hasbullah. Shots go down. He's probably going to get killed here. I don't see anything that he could have done. Baxter gets back through the revive flight, so the team stays alive for a little bit longer, but that's a bad fight to take from both of those guys. Watching the 4K main team, they still think TSG's in that house, but unfortunately for them, that is not the case. TSG has rotated. Madnan, the TikTok chat thinks that somebody's using the SMRS again. Can you check and make sure that it's the FHJ? It is apparently by Docs. 4K main have spotted a different roster here. Nobody close to Akaza and Negi. They have spotted that African Pro team that somehow got away from the roster earlier. Not sure how they got out of that situation. As Slashy dies, we're going to hop back on board with them. Chapo also getting eliminated here. Sweet Dream's still alive. It's a 3v1 situation for Sweet Dreams. Necro's up on top, so now it's a 3v2. Oh, Secret gets knocked here. That's not good. Sweet Dreams, can he get out of this situation? It's a possibility. He gets his... Oh, res off. And now, in a 1v1 fight here, he's probably going to get knocked. Yes, he does. Necro, not sure where he was in that fight. I thought that he was still alive, but he may have already been knocked. Unfortunately, if he was alive, they could have 2v1'd.
Your teammate will return to the battle when the next
Supposedly,
revive flight
Chapo
arrives.
is a player that was using an SMRS. We'll have to stay updated on that. We shall have to stay updated on that. I'll give you an update as soon as I get knowledge from Madnan. Really? You're dying outside the zone with the Ferg skin.
Airdrop has
Anyway,
been delivered.
number 1 on the shoulder for a reason, chat. Number 1 knocked player for a reason, Zen Pro chat. W. Let's see what Bardax is up to. We haven't actually watched Bardax too much in this competition, but they've been doing really well. They spotted another team right beside them. That's going to be an instant knock and wipe onto a team that was really high in the leaderboards before. These guys were actually, I believe, they were in the top 10. Yeah, they were 7th place. They just got wiped, though. They just got wiped. Okay, I've been confirmed that Chapo died with 0 kills with his SMRS, so it couldn't be him. Chat, please only say about an SMRS if you are 100% confirmed that there was somebody using it. We've never had somebody break the rules before when it comes to using a gun, so I highly doubt that anyone actually is going to break the rule. Especially somebody that's played in many different tournaments in the past. TSG has lost one of their players right here to Slayer. Tiller has been fully eliminated. A lot of shots going down right here. I want to take a little bit of a look over onto Lotex. It seems like they're using DLQs. Some of them have the Omega Maywalt mag, and some of them have a default DLQ. I don't foresee a fight happening here, to be honest. As we're hopping on board with 4K Fright. Surprisingly, they're outside of the Nick zone, and they've landed up here. I don't know why they did that, but they got a couple of kills from it, so at least it's working for them. Thank you, everyone who's following, and if you're watching any other of the streams or a watch party, make sure to follow the watch party that you're watching. Also, if you want to give any gifts, give it to the players in the tournament or give it to the watch parties watching the tournament, chat, on TikTok. It would be greatly appreciated. Did not give them to me. Oh, it seems like Chapo's back in the action, ladies and gentlemen. We'll have to hop on board and see what he's up to. It's good to see Chapo finally have some good teammates. Unfortunately, as soon as I say that, he dies. He died instantly. Yum is still alive along with Sweet Dreams. Can't believe they're still in the game in the first place, as they've been fighting lots of different teams at the same time. Speaking of teams that we haven't watched, though, we didn't watch Bardax very much. We haven't watched team number 16 very much either. This is Lag, King, Raph, Claude, and Sam. We got a couple of kills into this game, but not very many. As 4K is still alive with their main roster. 16 teams still up. As we open up the zone, you can see where the next one's going. It's going over by a state, and it looks like Lowtex's team are actually going for a little bit more of an aggressive push here over on to this Latin American roster. This is Vitality that they're actually playing against here. As Father Ali comes back through the revive play, we got a little bit of a bugged audio, but I'm gonna keep watching just for now. Oh my god. We'll go back. The bug is gone, and now we can watch this 4v4 go underway here. And it's arguably one of the best Latin American teams versus one of the best European teams. They're not being aggressive with their fight. They don't want to rush in like idiots. Dot's trying to go through the wall, not able to land any of them just yet. Nades would be absolutely amazing here, but I don't think they have enough. They don't have any lethal nades. They only have tacticals. For now. Seems like everyone's playing a little bit more passive. 4K main might be in a fight here. Nope, they are not. They are in the current zone, but not the next. As we'll hop on board with Negi as he's collecting some kills over and across the map. He spotted another player along with his teammate Akaza. Able to take him down. Nemesis and Zaddy Honcho get eliminated. They've spotted another team from across the map. That's going to be Team 16. Are they going to take this fight, though? That's the question we want to know the answer to. Is they could skyrocket up the leaderboards if they're able to get another 4 wipe. 4-man wipe would be absolutely amazing. As Rankid takes down Stiller. They know the team's down there, but I don't think they have a good position to be able to eliminate them just yet, especially as they're rotating away from them instead of fighting them. Speaking of teams fighting, however, we'll have to hop on board with 4K main as Super Jeff gets a knock onto Jakari from Latin America. A lot of shots going down onto them. They're getting targeted by DLQ Omega Maywalt mags. Luckily for them, Lowtex and the other Latin American team are watching each other instead of watching this rotate come in from 4K main. They're getting a free rotate in. Thankfully, they have the snowboards to do it with. This is a bad spot to hold as they could get shot from the side or the back, and there's a lot of teams in here. They need to hold the house below. There's no reason for the team above them in the hill house or the cliff house to rotate down into them. So this should be a safe house to hold unless there's a team across the map with a Tempest, which is highly likely. So if they see a Tempest, they're going to need to rotate over to the different side of that house. But for now, they're completely safe going into this end game, especially with them having the middle of the end game zone. We seen this zone yesterday in the qualifiers. It was quite good. So we'll have to see what happens to it in this game of the finals. Fright Instinct and Akaza have only lost Negi so far, as it looks like Lowtex also getting eliminated here from across the map. Like I said, the Omega Maywa and the Tempest are being used, and it looks like they're being targeted by multiple different teams here, putting themselves in a very bad spot. I might actually make the argument that they should go outside of this house. No. The outside of the house play wouldn't be able to happen because, look, the Latin American team have this rooftop, and they can see through the tree over on to Slayer and this team. There's multiple teams over here, and it looks like the cluster nade comes in and takes down Father Ali. Slayer's still alive for a little bit longer, but he's being targeted as well through the wall, and this Latin American team known as Vitality is bit by bit eradicating this pro roster from Europe. Don't let that distract you from the fact that there's also the Italian team that qualified through yesterday's qualifications alive with all 4 members on the team. We've got Vitality up here, another qualification team on the tippity top of the cliff, along with 4K main holding the house below them. TSG even further down on the low ground, but they don't have very many players alive. They might even only have 1. OG is right beside him, along with the Latin American team. I believe it is Magic's roster, known as Latam Prime. Rankid gonna get targeted here. Zenpro goes down. It's all down to Rankid to make something happen. I don't think anything's gonna come his way, though, as they all know where he is. He's gonna try and take a fight here. I don't know if this is the play. He spotted a player right there. Ross Kid does get taken down. I can't believe he's still alive right here. Rankid
Showing why he's not only one of the best players in his own Battle Royale, but one of the best players in every Battle Royale. Rotating over to the front of the house here. He's going to take a fight. Don't know what that fight was about. Probably shouldn't have taken that. That was a terrible fight. TSG still alive. Secret playing for placement points right here as we go over and see the other roster from Latam. Able to take down the last player from Slayer's roster. We're going to hop on board with 4K main. 4K main have all 4 players still alive, and they are not in the next zone. They have positioning to rotate in, but when they do rotate in, there's going to be that team above them landing on them as soon as they try to rotate. Not only is that team up there, they also have to worry about team number 25 being Skibbity, as they are right behind them. We haven't seen Bardax too much today with his roster, so let's take a little gander over on them with 18 total eliminations and 4 players up in this end game. They are definitely in a good situation. TSG still have 1 player alive. He was able to take a kill off of a different roster. Slayer's also up for his team using the car as cover. I thought Hypno was the last alive, but that was not the case. He has a nade to be used. Oh, a Tempest is being used here as well. Able to catch a couple of players off guard. Nade's going to come through here. He's going to nade over. I don't think this is going to hit, but if it does, it would be amazing. Doesn't hit. The rotations are coming through. He should know that there's a team right above him. Stays alive for a little bit longer, and 4K main are losing all of their players very late in the game. It looks like they get eradicated in 6th place. I'm not sure if they finished first or if Slayer finished a little bit later than them. Shots go through from the Latam team that we've watched before. It's Latin America Prime shooting through the wall onto a different Latin American pro team. That would be Soy Topo's team in that other house. These guys still have all 4 of their players alive. There's a lot of Latin America still in this competition. Still all 4 up. It's actually lagging my device because the zone is tiny. 15 players alive in this last zone. Everyone's dying from multiple different areas. Shots going through from the other house. Chamo's trying to get some hits onto somebody at least. Not able to do so as Magic stays alive. These guys only have 3 kills, so it's not looking too good. We'll hop on board with Bardax. It is a rival matchup, ladies and gentlemen. It is the Kings of Latam versus the Emperors of Latam, fighting it off here in this endgame. Both teams have 4 players alive, and now it's down to a 4v4 situation as all 4 players are up and running. Fun's holding the high ground here. A couple of players are getting knocked, and it now looks like it's all down to this moment. Who's going to take the first kill? Magic's teammates are falling, and it looks like Bolivia's making the push straight into them. He gets 1. Magic's last alive. He dies outside of the zone, and he has the self-revive to survive a little bit longer, but it looks like it's all going in the way of Bardax's roster. See you later, alligator. Bardax's team come out on top in the rival endgame fight between the top teams of Latin America.
They had an insane amount of kills as well. Magic's team, they may have finished 2nd or 3rd place right there, but their kills were so lackluster that I don't think they're going to go up on top of the leaderboards off of this game. However, Bolivia, Holiday, Kust, and Bardax, an insane game. 26 kills, and a win is going to give them 41 points off just 1 game alone, which will skyrocket themselves right up that leaderboard. They weren't doing too well before it, but with that kind of a performance, ooh, let me pull them up. Let me pull them up so we can see where they're going to sit as we go into game number 5. Looking down the leaderboard, you'll be able to see where everyone else is situated after game number 4. What a good match. A little rival fight towards the end there. That's exactly what I said I wanted when we came into this tournament. Bardax, Kust, Bolivia, and Holiday are part of BOPE, chat. And BOPE were, I think they were 5th? They were 5th. And with that performance, well, they're going to skyrocket up this leaderboard. A 41-point performance. They're going to be sitting at, they doubled their points off 1 game. So they're going to sit at 82 points, which may actually take the top spot from TSG, as TSG did not have a good game there. They were only able to get 8 kills and a 9th place finish, which means I think for the first time in the tournament, the Philippines have lost the #1 spot. But we'll have to see how good 4Kings did in that match, as we've seen them over in the end game.
They unfortunately died very quickly to team number 25 playing spoiler. I don't think that they realized that team was right behind them there, and they just came in from behind and wiped them instantly. They got 11 kills and a 6th place finish. That's not going to be too bad. It'll be about like 15 or so points, but they're definitely not going to be in the lead. So I think Bop is actually taking the lead for the first time, like I said, off the Philippines and brought the tournament home for now to the Latin American region. Gone are the days where Europe has dominated these tournaments. Latin America and Philippines, even with Latin America on high MS, are still doing so well. We'll go down the list right now so you can see where everyone else placed. Slayer's team did pretty well that game. They finished in 7th with a couple of kills here and there. Another 4K team doing well also. So we go down, TSG got kills, but not a good placement for them. Team 25, the team that were able to take down 4K main and then die while doing it, finished in 10th place. They were able to get 10 total kills, which gives them 11 points. Further down, drink water. Oh, bro, I'm just sick. I'm just sick, bro. I have a head flu, but we're still out here hosting the tournaments. I could not host a tournament, chat. I wanted to do it so badly, so here we are. Further down the leaderboard, you can see a disappointing performance there by every team in this area from 19 and down. They didn't get many kills. In fact, the only team to get kills was Tokyo and Rami from 4K Overload. Even COD Ninja's team had a disappointing performance there in 18th place. They were able to get 5 total elims, but they might be out of the top 10 after that game, being game number 4, ladies and gentlemen. But going up to the top of the leaderboards, you can see where everyone placed after game number 4. We're going to get the tallied scores up for you guys as soon as possible. Points per game so far, ladies and gentlemen, Layla is on top with points per game, currently 9.5 points per game from Layla. Madnan, for the MVP scores, it isn't PPG. It is total scores. Points per game is a completely different thing. But the MVP scores, Layla is currently number 1. At the start of the next tournament, chat, we are going to have a screen on the main broadcast which will go through the top 10 players in MVP candidacy. The MVPs are not picked by me. We have developed a scoring sheet, which is done through statistics and analytics, to give the MVP scores out in a way that is chosen based off kills and total team performance. So the MVP of tournaments and the MVP total will be decided based off your team performance in the league and also your individual performance added together in a way that reflects your overall performance. I'm going to actually discuss it before we get into this game, whether Madnan starts it or not, as soon as possible, how the players can get points for MVP. For now, the MVP scoring system is as follows, ladies and gentlemen. 1 point per kill. Placement points. You get 5 points if you place first as a team. And it goes down 1 point every place to 5th place. A 5th place position will get 1 point. You also get points if you survive a certain amount of minutes in the game. 20 minutes is 3 points. 19 minutes is 2 points. And 18 minutes is 1 point. Every player from your team gets those survival point bonuses and placement point bonuses. The individuality of your points for MVP scoring is only based off kills. It is only based off kills. Madnan, update on TSG or SMRS usage last game. I'm going to go ahead and update the scoreboard because we already have them ready after game number 4. They are on your screen right now. Good job to Bright and the admin team for making that happen so fast. Before game number 5 even started, we have the updated scoring totals. And as you can see, there are 3 teams tied for 3rd place. We got 4 Kings, Latam Prime, and Las Cabras, with a little bit of a lead going to TSG and a little bit further of a lead going to Bop. Surprisingly enough, Latam are on top so far. Chat, I will get you an update for that game with SMRS usage for sure. Hey, Rainbow, how are you doing? I hope you're having a good day. Let me turn on the Tickfinity just for you. I do say that you probably should be gifting donations and gifts to other players being in the tournament. That's why I had Tickfinity off properly.
but I'll bring it back just for you.
First
There we
blood.
go. First blood's in. It's going to be COD Ninja with the first blood for the game. We'll hop on board with him and see where he's fighting GNR. Ooh, they're fighting over at Harbor. Alrighty, Harbor fight straight off the bat right here. They're far away from them, but it looks like Holy Father is also in a fight against the OG team from the Philippines. This is a fight for the ages, ladies and gentlemen. As Galay is right in front of Holy Father, he's able to wipe them and see ya later, alligator. Hit us with an emote or something. As they wipe the entire OG roster off the map. And they're probably going to go into the top 10 if they have a good performance inside of game number 5. Hopping on board with a different team now. We'll go over on to Winter. If he has lost one of his teammates already. Ooh, he's lost himself in the fray. Who is this he's fighting? Oh dear, that's not a good fight for him, but Loading's able to take him down.
Enemy eliminated.
Well done. Good composure under the pressure. That's a Latin American pro team they're fighting right here. As Brodex has spotted him and he's gonna get knocked. Now in a difficult situation, Insolence and Winter last alive for the team. Struggling a little bit off drop here. Insolence has spotted the player right in front of him. Gets a couple of shots landed. Looks like it's going to be Brotex fighting him, but Winter could hit him from the side here. They could push this at the same time. Push it right now. There we go. The push is coming through. That's what we love to see. The push comes in. A little 2v1 action. The trade is played perfectly. Loading is still knocked, and there is another player on this team coming back through the revive flight, but they should be able to get the roster back in action without that player annoying them too much. As we go down the list here, we'll hop on board with team number 25. Shots go down. Zimp is trying to kill Chapo. He is able to do so. 3 eliminations on the board here for team number 25. That's Skibbity. Vitality haven't done anything so far in this game. Holy Father, basically 1v4'd OG. God damn, broski. Ain't no way, Chaddington. Great play by them. Still alive, it's 4K main. They don't have any kills this time around. Interesting. The only person that has had SMRF so far that we could confirm is Nemesis. Nemesis has held an SMRS, chat. We'll go down the leaderboard right now and we'll hop on board with Ackman. They're not taking a fight anytime soon, unfortunately. It's been a tough day for them at the office. Their MS has been a little bit higher than usual, than what they're used to. But it looks like another team is fighting. And they have been able to get the kill, so they got 4 eliminations so far. Team 4, that's Jackal time. Jackal will be enabled in the next tournament, chat. It will be enabled in the next tournament. Hopping on over to TSG. They're playing by the rules. No SMRS on this team.
Airdrop has been delivered.
3 kills so far in the game. Checking out Bardax. They had a good game last time. Bob is currently #1 inside of this tournament. Ahead of everyone is this team. Team number 12. They don't need to worry about too much as they have a helicopter, AK-117s in hand, and a bunch of loot ready to work with. Looks like they may go for the buy station here and see another team over by it. They're not sure what team that is. I'm not even sure what team it is. Oh god. This is bad. It's a 4K roster. It's gonna be a fight. They're all jumping down. Bardax with a super aggressive push with his entire roster. Now in a 4v4 situation. Bright's probably gonna get knocked from behind here. Oh my god, turned on from the side. 4K Instinct able to take him down. It's the #1 team. Can he take him down right now? Holiday still alive. Kus still alive. Bolivia still up. Negi has been taken down. And that is a bad situation for them to be in. Instinct still alive for now, but he is taking a lot of damage. The college are going to come through very quickly here. But there's only 2 players left alive in the team. It's a 2v3 situation. They could use the shotgun to their advantage. Shot go down. Able to kill one, but he's going to go and get eliminated. That is the end of that 4K team. And they just gave them a bunch more points to extend their lead against every other team inside of this $10,000 championship tournament. TSG still have 4 players alive for now. Thank you everyone who is following, and thanks for the watch parties as well. If you're watching a watch party, make sure to follow the person that you're watching from.
I'm sure they'd appreciate it. FHJ, not to be confused with the SMRS chat. I know a lot of people seem to confuse this, but it is not an SMRS. It is an FHJ. Those are different weapons. It is completely legal to use this. Low-Tech's still alive with his entire roster. No kills this time, but I tell you who is getting killed. Number 1 team. They've only got Bardax left. He's trying to get out of the situation. They need to get this kill on Bardax if they want to stand a chance of winning the tournament. That was 4K main taking them down on the main stage.
Airdrop has been delivered.
Only 4 kills from Bardax's team so far, and that was the wipe that they got onto the other 4K team. Bardax has no tags. If we hop on board with 4K main, they're allowed to loot here. They're allowed to go to the buy station. Technically, if they stay here for 30 seconds to a minute, it's not camping tags because they're getting a loadout drop. They're completely in their right to stay here. That's what's so risky about going to a buy station when camping tags is banned, is that they can stay there for a little bit and use the buy station. They don't need to move straight away. Looks like a fire sales came in and they are moving away though. Let's hop on board and see where Bardax is at. Oh, he's moving away. He does not want to take that fight. He does not want to fight anyone right now. He's trying to stay alive for as long as possible. Love to see it.
Airdrop has been delivered.
Man, can you message Sarah saying I'm okay? I can't eat on stream when I'm doing a tournament. She's asking me about food. Bardax staying alive for a little bit longer. He wants to get those tags back, though. He's going to rotate around the entire map to do so. As 4K main have left his tags completely. Yep, they're not anywhere close to it. Oh. Uh-oh. Uh-oh, they spotted a car. That's Bardax, too. They've spotted Bardax. And they're holding a position in the zone. They're not close to the tags, which makes this legal. They're holding a bridge. It'll be interesting to see if they're able to kill Bardax instead. He might rotate around the entire map. We'll have to wait and see. Fire Seal isn't able, so they could go to the buy station here as well. As we're going to hop on board and watch a different team. I'll check out Bardax one more time because he's going to rotate around here. Oh god, this is a bad situation for him to be in. I think that this has really ruined their game for now. We'll hop on board with 4K Overload. Shots go down. There goes Soy Topo. Good job to Holy Father for confirming that kill. He has 4 on the board here in the early stages of this game. Daya above him in the helicopter. I'm surprised that he's rotating around like this. He's going for the high ground. Interesting play here. It looks like he's trying to snipe people from across the map. Is there another teammate up here? There is. Wow, able to land the shot. Tokyo, what a shot onto the Latin American roster. Holy Father picks up another one by himself. He's literally rocking a solo player right now. Unfortunately gonna die in the end, but that was a great attempt from Holy Father. Shot still coming down. Remy doesn't want to land there either. He's not going to land near Holy Father's dead body. He tried his best, but it was not good enough. As we'll hop on board with the other Jackal Time team. The other player of 4K being 4K Winter. Nobody around. It looks like TSG has came in for the third party, so let's see what they're up to. These guys are definitely in the running to win. They have 74 points total coming into this game. They're up to 81 now with their kills. And they've definitely caught up to Bop. Considering Bop have had a terrible run this time. Still Bardax by himself. Did he get any of the tags back? Oh, he was able to get one. He got at least one of the tags back. Did he get multiple? He got them back! Oh my god, I can't believe it. There's still hope for Bop here. They could come back and win the game. All 4 of their players are going to come back through that revive flight. And unfortunately, since camping tags is banned, 4K main weren't able to kill him off. They moved out of the situation, and that was all she wrote. Low-Tech's and Slayer's team do get eliminated early on this game as well. Like I said, their chemistry is bad with these new players, and they have been in a very bad spot this entire tournament, not even in the top 10. This might be the first time we ever see Slayer not performing and at least getting a top 10 position at the end of a tournament. He's won many in the past. But now everyone's looking towards the present and the future, especially with the MVP Tally Award now being announced. Where players can actually win a trophy for being the MVP of a season, being the 2026 season. for the entire year. Magic has been spotted across the map here by G. He's out in the open as well. He could get a couple of picks over onto him. A couple of fights happening on different sides of the map. Let's hop onto Roselti. He has been knocked. The car was exploded here by Lila. See you later, alligator. Kills come through. That's not good for you, Jakari. Oh, your teammate's here as well, Nima Blanca. They need to rotate out of there. Ackman's team's still alive. He's got 2 eliminations so far. Let's see if he thinks he's Superman going into this endgame. I doubt it. They're going to get a loadout drop here. Hopefully custom AK-117s. That would be good. Oh, a random player called online's going across. He's very, very weak. Looks like he actually died outside his zone, and they're going to go for that kill. That should be a free pick for them. They should definitely go for online here. Nope, nope. Damn, they should have went for that. It was easy picking right here. Hopping on over to Super Jeff now. They're in a fight against Team 25. Able to knock one of them. Gasparuski gets full killed by Ross Kid, though. The knock doesn't go on the side of 4K main, unfortunately, for now. Wagner's been spotted from the side as well. Neroza is a little bit closer, so we'll walk on board with him. We're actually opting not to take this fight, so let's watch somebody else. Winter's really far away as well. TSG, outside of the zone. Looks like one of them's going to die in the zone as well. It's going to be Slashy. If he gets knocked, does he stay? Oh. 200 IQ play here from TSG. Bringing in their knocked player on the truck. Haven't seen that before. Good job to them. A smoke would go well here as well. 4K are over beside them. Not going to take the fight against them, thankfully. They're going to stay alive, both of the teams, as all of the 4K rosters are alive currently. Except for the Fright and Instinct team. Also Akaza. He's just left the lobby. You can see that now. Majority of them are alive, though. We'll go down the list and see where Jakari's doing right now. He's the last alive in this team. We've seen this many times before, but it looks like Ackman's team are finally in a fight and getting some kills. They got 5 total elims on the board. Ackman's got 3 of those. Luth, Ames, Delina, and Ackman is the 4-man roster. A lot of people dying outside of zone this game. They must not want to take the fights. Winter is in a fight, however, as he's taking down the last remaining girl from the GNR roster. A third party is primed to happen here. Don't know why he needed to use 2 smokes. That was a weird double smoke up. Ladies and gentlemen, Holy Father is in a fight as well. We'll have to hop on and see where he's at. It's going to be Ged taking him down from the front. We've also got TSG here for a third party. And another player from Vitality coming in as well. A lot of players over and around standoff right now as we zoom into the remaining zone. Remember, Bardax did get back his entire team, so we're going to have to hop on board and see what they've been up to. They're able to get 5 total kills with their entire team alive. This is going to be another good game for Bop. I think that they could maintain their lead a little bit longer, but let's...
Airdrop has been delivered.
Chat, somebody needs to ban this guy, bruh.
Somebody needs to take this guy out of these tournaments, bruh. Who's letting him in, bro? What is this now? What is this? Oh my god. Nah, they gotta see him, bruh. Nah, they... Claude, he's using your skin. He's literally using your skin. Broski. Ain't no way he's gonna do it twice in the same tournament. They're all walking past him. Oh my god. I guess you could call this a 4v4v1. As lagged in a little bit of a fight here against Bardax. Don't mind Vector, guys. Don't mind Vector, you know. Don't mind him, ladies and gentlemen. They've lost one of their players here in a knock. Never mind, it's just a bug on my screen. The whole roster is alive. All 4 of them are up and at him. Vector obviously holding the flank angle. Even though he's not part of that team, he's gonna give them call outs. It would be even funnier if he turned on his in-game mic and all and started talking to them. Barely in the zone here. These guys don't need to take this fight. A Need combo, a Wombo combo would take them down though if they wanted to do it. It's definitely doable here. Mods. Oh, wow. I thought the girls' team was completely eliminated, but it seems like they're alive. They're about to fight this Indian pro team. We haven't seen too much from the Indian pro team, but it looks like they're getting shot from across the map here, along with Sneaky. Sneaky's most likely dead, if I do say so myself. They're in a terrible position here. Able to get off the advanced shield. But how much longer can they survive? That's the question. As Panther has spotted her, and she's dead. There's just no way. Yep, see you later, Sneaky. Unfortunate situation. Fund is still alive as well, barely inside of the zone also. But let's hop on to a couple of teams that are in the running here. 4K Overload still alive. Holy Father has 4 kills for this game. They spotted the last girl from the team that is in standoff. Holy Father gets knocked and insta-killed from TSG. That leaves Remy to make something happen here. See you later, Holy Father. 7 kills on the board from the roster. Remy gets 1 pumped instantly, leaving Zaya as the last remaining team from 4K Overload. Last remaining teammate. Let's hop on to see what 4K main is up to. And not gonna kill comes on to Hasbullah. That is gonna eliminate their team almost. See you later. TSG still have all of their remaining players alive with 17 kills. They're gonna be able to close the gap on to the top team being Bop. They've seen Fund over there before, but I'm not sure if they know he's still there. TSG spotted Panther. That's a player from India. They land enough shots onto him here. Not looking likely. He's going to run into Fund. Shots go down, but no explosion is happening. As G has been knocked inside of the zone. His teammate's going to be able to revive him, but it looks like they're going to get rotated into by multiple different teams. We've got an African pro team over on the side. G is literally 1 HP. The nade almost took him down, but he stays alive to fight another day. Teams are rocking in from the side and the front. It's going to be a difficult situation for them to be in. They're going to pick the team in front of them instantly. They need to put a smoke on their back or they're going to get third-partied from the side. Shots go down. Easy knock on the M7 lag right here. The shots come down again and it looks like another player's going to die. King Raph goes down, but that leaves Sam from behind the rock. Gus sees him, but opts not to go for the fight here as the third party is in there from behind, like I mentioned before. Hopping on over to see what Super Jeff's up to. The third party is coming in from that African pro team over on the hill. They're not able to take any of them down. That leaves all 4 players remaining, and Sam is still up from that opposing roster that was in beside them before. Sam just playing his life for a little bit longer, as you can see, back outside of the zone over by the tree. Can't believe he's still alive for this long. He's going to go for placement play here instead. They need some smokes on their side. I don't think they have any. They don't have any smokes to rotate into the next zone, and they are not in the current zone. It looks like K9 Fund over there in that building does have the best spot for now. Bardak's also still alive, with TSG losing 2 of their players. That's going to be bad. They do have 19 total eliminations. So if you take out placement points, they're currently in the lead, and they've taken over Bop. Speaking of Bop, let's hop on and see what they've been up to. Remember, Bardax was last alive in the team for the entirety of the mid-game. He was able to get the tags with 1 second to spare, bring back his entire roster, and now they have all 4 up endgame with 8 kills. A huge clutch from Bardax here would be sensational if they were able to win this game and extend their league. That is up for negotiations, though, as TSG go down. They only have 1 player left in their team. Bardax's team are taking down other opposing rosters as well. COD Ninja gets knocked. They know that there's other players here from the team. The zone is shrinking at a very fast scale. They're using smokes to their advantage. Here's multiple smokes going down. This is exactly what you do want to do when you're getting into the zone. All for the Megan in, but Bolivia's going to get knocked and full kill from the side. That's going to be 4K Tom making that knock come through. Trump gets knocked by Kust, and it looks like Bardax is trying to make something happen here. They're able to take down another team. They still have 2 players remaining, but Super Jeff's roster of 4K main have 2 as well. Oh dear, Panchito is spotted. He's able to take down Narosa. But Gut's still alive, and he's probably going to die here as well. Last remaining player from the roster. He goes down in 3rd place, and now it's all down to Flex, Panchito, and Soy Topo with 10 total eliminations as an individual player. His MVP standings are going to skyrocket after this game. It's a 3v3 situation. LATAM America versus LATAM. Kust has been made 1 shot here, shooting through the wall. Can he do anything about it? Soy Topo going for an ultra push. Doesn't able to land any shots here. No shots landed. He's going to get knocked here as well. That's a very bad spot for them to be in. Now in a 1v2 situation. Panchito versus Holiday and Kust. Advanced shield by his side. This is the last zone coming in now. Both of these teams get their 3 survival time bonus points. The high ground is being used here by Panchito. I think Holiday and Kust realize that he's up on top of this house. He decides to go for the low ground. Shots go down. Not able to land enough of them. Panchito gets knocked, and Bardax's team win again, even though they lost all of their teammates early game.
inside of game number 5. What a clutch from Bardax. What a clutch.
If that doesn't prove that he's one of the best Latin American players in the entire world, if not one of the best players in the entire world, I don't know what will. Even though he only got 5 kills, which is still a very respectable amount of kills, by the way, he was actually able to clutch, get his entire team back by his whiskers, and win the game. What a phenomenal performance from Bop, and specifically Bardax, in game number 5. 16 kills and a win is going to get them 31 points. They're going to go up to 113 points total, which is going to give them a solid lead going into game number 6. Interestingly enough, I don't know why the time survived Madnan says 1951 right there. It should definitely be above 20 minutes. We'll have to do a little double check on that, and a double check on 4K's team to make sure they didn't die inside the 20-minute region as well. They may have missed out on a little bit of an MVP scoring point right there. Speaking of points, though, that actually matter in the current state, you can see a phenomenal performance there by 4K Main's team. They were able to get 24 kills in a 3rd place finish, gives them 31 points again, which means that Bop don't extend their lead whatsoever. So the gap is still 16 points total. If we go further down, we're going to see TSG fell a little bit short this game. Getting 19 kills in a 5th place finish is going to get them, I believe, in the middle 20s of total points. So they're going to go down a little bit, but they'll still be in contention to win the entire thing. It looks like this tournament is going to go in the way of a Latin American team or a Filipino team. If you're any of those regions, make sure to go and follow the streamers or pro players streaming. If you want to follow me as well, make sure to do that too. But for sure, gift to the players and the watch partiers that are taking part in this event. We'll go down and see where everyone else placed for game number 5. If you see any of your fan favorite teams, make sure to shout them out. You can see 4K Overload right there, finished in 12th place with 8 kills. These guys have actually been doing pretty well today. It's just they haven't been placing well enough to get placement points to then finish in top 10s on the leaderboard. If they had better placement points, they would definitely be up there with teams like Too Good and Aura. But as for now, just not able to happen. Right now, chat, I'm going to give you an updated score for MVP. All right, it's a new thing that we're adding into the game, and we'll have a graphic at the start of each tournament to go over the current MVP and the top 5 and top 10 of current MVP ladder score. This is something that I wanted to add for the 2026 season, where we will be able to see the best players in the world and where they line up against each other. Currently, the 5th best player in the world based off our MVP statistical analysis is Layla. Their MVP score so far is 32. Holiday is in at 4th place with a MVP score of 33. Chamo is in tied with Holiday with an MVP score of 33 as well. Bolivia just slightly above with 34. And the current MVP of 2026 is actually G from 4K Main's roster, which I must say I'm not surprised about. G is one of the best players in the world, and we have known he is one of the best players in the world for a very long time. He is currently the MVP for the 2026 season. Remember, at the start of every current tournament, we will show the updated MVP tally scores so that you guys can see where everyone stands as we host future events. And then at the end of the season in December of this year, we will give away an MVP trophy, and we will give away a prize, which will be, monetary. We're not sure how much money it will be yet. I'm going to discuss with Activision if they can fund any of that. Hopefully they'll be able to do so. If not, I'll give money out of my own pocket, as I always have for something like this anyway, to at least give a prize and a trophy to the MVP player. But we'll keep tally with the top 10. We'll be tallying everybody's MVP scores throughout the entire season, but you guys will only be able to see the top 10 MVP at the start of every new tournament. Also, chat, we're going to be watching regions. Now, the regions will work this way. Depending on where your players are from, each player will get a set amount of points. So, for example, say your team finishes and your points for finishing in a certain placement gets you 20 points for the region placements. That will be split between your 4 teammates. So for example, Winter's team has a player from the Philippines
and then 3 players from Europe. That means the Philippines get 5 points for their region. That means Garena gets 5 points for their region. Europe gets 15 points if they were to get 20 regional points. There will also be a regional leaderboard, which we will talk about in future in the next tournament more in depth. And we will put on the screen how regional points are given out and also how MVP scores are given out as well. And those regional scores will go through the entirety of the 2026 season alongside the MVP score so that we can see at the end of each season which region comes out on top when compared on the global stage. I'm doing this in hopes that COD Mobile sees it, realizes there's enough competition, realizes that this viewership is way higher than Activision's Call of Duty Mobile multiplayer esports scene, and they give us a Battle Royale World Championship. All I can say is fingers crossed, ladies and gentlemen. Fingers crossed. As for now, however, it's time to update the current leaderboard for this tournament, the first tournament of 2026. YouTube's seen it first. I'm going to update it on TikTok as well right now. And as I said, Bop are in the lead with 113 total points. Shortly behind them, we've got 4 Kings main, the main 4 Kings roster, and TSG tied for second and third. Alongside Las Cabras at 92 points in 4th place, and Latam Prime with 84 points in 5th place. We're starting to see a very big gap here, ladies and gentlemen, between the best teams in the world and teams that are a little bit lower than them. Vitality, T1, and No Neck are behind those teams by at least 30 points. That's a 20 kill game performance in a second place at least. So these guys have been slacking a little bit here, ladies and gentlemen, if I do say so myself. A little bit of a slack work here by everyone in the bottom top 10. But the top 5 are all fighting for that number 1 spot. It's less than 30 points between them all. Going into game number 6 here, ladies and gentlemen. If you are watching any of the watch parties, make sure to follow and tap their stream. If you're watching me, you can hit the tap, and you can follow as well. If you want to go and support any of the pro players, the majority, if not all of them, should be streaming on TikTok or YouTube. So make sure to go and subscribe and follow those guys as well. As we're trying to make the Battle Royale esports scene as big as possible so that we can get a Battle Royale LAN event for Worlds. Fingers crossed again. Everything that we're doing this year is to hopefully show that COD Mobile deserves a Battle Royale World Championship. Rainbow, thanks for the level ship. Oh my gosh, I barely ever see those. Thanks very much, Rainbow. That's greatly appreciated. A lot of people want me to watch Ge, as he's currently number 1 in the esports standing for the tournament and for the 2026 season. We will post the MVP leaderboards on my TikTok story after the Whoa. Did Lotex just execute somebody? I just seen Lotex execute somebody. I'm not even kidding. We're gonna have to get the clip on that one. Oh my god. Father Ali, last player from his team up here on the platform. He could do something here with the chopper, catching them off guard. It's definitely a possibility as they run close to him. He knows that there is 3 players on this team still alive. They don't know that he's here, however. He could easily get a kill. He plays his cards right. He just needs to make sure that they do not see him and he crouches down. They still don't know that he's there for now. Staying alive for a little bit longer. We have updated both scoreboards, so make sure to check them out. Oh, Slashy seen him. Slashy didn't see Father Ali. Oh my god, what a play. Both of the teammates of Father Ali are really far away. He could get a knock and a full kill here, then run away. It's definitely up for grabs. Oh, this is where it happens. This is where it happens. He just needs to kill one and run. One and done. Never mind. PSG have rotated away, and now he gets the remaining platform area to himself to loot up, which is good. Slayer is getting landed on, though. They have landed right on Slayer here. He does have a shotgun, and we know that Slayer's really good with shotguns. We have seen him do a lot of work in the past. Oh, he's been spotted. And he's gonna die here. There's no way he gets out of this situation. Unfortunately, he has been surrounded. He gets the full kill. What a play from Slayer.
He had to sacrifice himself, but at least he gets a point for the team right there, Slayer. Good job to him. Another point coming in the way of a team that has been a little bit more disappointing at the start of 2026, just due to their last-minute, last-second changes to the roster. A lot of people want me to see what Bop is up to. They've lost all of their players except Bolivia. Remember, this team is #1 in the standings. They are 16 points ahead of #2. They got back one of their teammates. That's going to be Bardax. We've seen him clutch up teammate revives before. Can he do it again? The tags are about to disappear, though. He doesn't have much time to work with, and it looks like they're still down there looting up. It is early game, so you can't call them out for camping tags as they're still looting. Necro is beside Bardax. I don't know if Bardak's seen him. He might have been underneath. Olivia's staying away from this. He doesn't want any of this action. Able to get one of the tags back. Can he get the second? Yes, he can. Necro obviously not camping the tags as well, which is good. Obeying the camping tags rule that is only out for this tournament. Camping tags is only a rule for this tournament, chat. You will be allowed to camp tags in future tournaments. I don't believe that Battle Royale should have camping tag bans, in my opinion. That defeats the purpose of a Battle Royale tournament in the first place, but we just allowed it for the no classes event. Zenpro, last guy alive on his team. He's decided to use the Holy Father skin. All right, I can respect it. He was using the Ferg skin before, and now he's using the Holy Father skin second. Completely respect that from Zenpro. Absolutely love it. Bardax from Bob has got back his teammates once again. This guy, he's not even on the MVP list. Matter of fact, Madman, let me know if Bardax has went up this MVP list. Because as far as I'm concerned, he's definitely up there. He must be in the top 10 of it. What a great player. Big time player making big time plays. Who are they fighting? Uh-oh. Uh-oh. This is looking like a Jason Bourne movie. Maybe a John Wick movie. Maybe James Bond. Oh my god, they can easily wipe this team right here. They just need to land on them. And here comes the fight. Leap has spotted the entire roster. Should they be able to get down a player here? Absolutely. Bardax is one shot. There he goes. He gets knocked along with Holiday. Bolivia last alive on the team for now. They do have another solo player across the map, so they won't get full wiped here, I believe. But they will lose all of their players except for one. Bolivia one. Oh my god. They lost another player. That's a full wipe. Oh! With only 2 points, that means that they're only going to end this game at 115, and the #1 team is out of the competition. First team death. They got targeted by NoNex, a team from the Philippines, and that leaves #1 up for grabs for every single different region. Good job right there from Team Neck, as they've got 6 kills total inside of this game. All 4 of their teammates were eradicated. Another update on the top 10 for MVPs, ladies and gentlemen. 10th is Bardax.
Airdrop incoming.
Bardax is the 10th place for MVP. Not surprised by that at all. Out of 100 players, he is 10th currently. Stiller is also joint 10th. And we got Patata, Super Jeff, Kust, and Chamo to round out the 6th through 10th spot. Soy Topo is 5th. Layla is 4th. Bolivia is 3rd. Holiday is 2nd. But the current MVP of the COD Mobile Battle Royale esports scene is Guh. It is Guh from Team 4K. Remember, at the end of the tournament, about 30 minutes after, maybe 15 minutes after we finish the event and I end my stream, I will put the MVP tally on my TikTok story. So you can wait for my TikTok story to see that, if you want to see where the MVP tally ends up. Or the top 10 after the first tournament of the season. These guys did a phenomenal job taking down Bob, and I'm sure every team of 4K is thanking them. They're not even from 4K. They're not a 4K roster at all. But I'm sure 4K is thanking them for sure here. Speaking of them, let's hop on board and see what they're up to. No kills from them so far. Oh wow, Vector has 2 kills. Good job, Vector. I think they might have wiped the team. He's deciding where he wants to go with the helicopter. Interestingly enough. HS has 4 eliminations in the game so far. It's just started as well, so this is a lot of limbs very early on. Bob has been taken out. Everyone that is saying Bob in the chat, they are eliminated from the game.
Enemy down.
I thought that was Bardax there, but he's gone. It's Bidex. Bob have finished this game with 115 points, which means that 4K Main could catch them here. Jumper going down onto another roster. Oh, dearie me. Rosskid gets eliminated instantly there with a quick knock onto him from Tom. Kill should come through without any hassle whatsoever. Super Jeff rotating around as well. Let's see where they're going. They've spotted Chamo on top of the house. They want to take him down as fast as possible. It's definitely doable. Super Jeff going on the side of the house. He's rotating inside. Chamo now in a difficult situation. Tom, Ga, Super Jeff, and Narosa. Ga uses movement and a snowboard to get on top of the house in the second floor. Chamo takes down one, but the trade comes through. Chamo has been eliminated. See you later, Alligator. Narosa will get his tag revived back into the action, and they may get third-partied here. Third party not coming through, thankfully. The helicopter decides to leave them for now. They've got 2 eliminations so far, and it looks like Magic's team are also in a tough situation here. Patata last alive on the team.
That's not too good, as these guys were on the tippity top of the leaderboard as well. This is Latam Prime. 84 total points. I believe he did get a tag right there, so he should be able to get back one of his players. That's going to be Rosskid, the first to get knocked from the helicopter. He needs to get out of the situation. Snowboard is in use. They're going to chill him. They absolutely should have tealed him right there, but it doesn't look like they're going for it. They live to fight another day for now. OG get packed their entire team, but we're going to go ahead and walk Gasparuski. Never mind, they actually get full wiped. We'll hop on board with TSG instead, as they're on the leaderboards very close behind every other team. They're in a fight. Oh, dearie me. They've already lost one of their players. It's going to be Layla out. Stiller, Slashy, and Secret still alive. I believe it was 4K Main taking the shots onto them from above the high ground.
Scan successfully. Airdrop has been delivered. Time for a fire sale.
Oh, they've spotted them, but the fight's not coming through just for now. Low Tech's in a good spot here as well. He's finally getting some kills on the board. Would have loved to see them perform a little bit better, but like I said, team chemistry is not good. It's not their strong point anymore. And they have went down the leaderboard in terms of best teams just because they've lost 2 of their best players.
Airdrop has been
5 kills on the board for TSG. 4K Main also have quite a substantial amount of kills with 4. Rotating into the zone now. We'll hop on board with Winter and his team. 90's outside knocked. Not sure who they're fighting against right here, but it looks like Winter's in a little bit of an altercation. Lila goes down.
Enemy eliminated.
See you later. That's 4 kills on the board for this roster.
That would be Jackal Time. Jackal Time is currently 9th on the leaderboard. They are very far behind at the top 1 position, though. Looks like they're all going to come back here, and the Rosa and the boys with 4K Main have landed inside of Farm, trying to hunt down that last remaining player from the roster. It's Nadka. I think this is going to be a free kill. Yes, it is. See you later, Alligator. 5 kills on the board for the team. These guys are looking dominant inside of this tournament, along with 4K's roster. The 4K Overload. They got 2 teams inside of this tournament, and both of them are performing very well. The team that has 4K players that isn't really a top tier 4K roster are already eliminated. That would be a Kaza, Bright, and Instinct, along with Nagy. Unfortunately, Renzu couldn't make it today. Don't know what commitments he had, but we all love Renzu, chat. Hopefully he'll be able to join us in the next event, which will be very, very soon. Another $10,000 tournament. What are you doing? Are they setting them up so that it's easy to rotate out of the situation? I guess that's what they're doing. So that it's easy to drive out. They've got a car positioned in each area. Interesting play by them. It looks like TSG is in a fight here, though, and they've lost a lot of players. Still are last alive on the team. 2 players knocked, 1 player fully eliminated. If they go down now, it's going to be detrimental to their chances of winning this tournament. Has he got any of the tags? I don't think so. There's only 1 tag for him to get. He's gonna get it. There's the tag. Comes through for now. Secret, honestly, should probably just die outside the zone at this point. And then he should get the tags again. Scan them in and just kill himself. I think that's the best play. For sure. They should be able to get all of their players back here, chat, if I had to guess. Ackman's team seem like they're in a little bit of a fight outside of the zone. They've spotted players right in front of them. It's a Latam team. Sleuth is able to kill one of them being online. Sniper go down. Is he able to hit it? No. He hits the helicopter, but not a player. We'll hop on board and see Sleuth.
He's not even using a sniper, surprisingly. He's just one of the better snipers in the world. But he's not sniping in this team. Ames and Ackman are sniping instead. Flashy, last alive for the team of TSG. This is a bad spot for them to be in. If they die early, it means that they're not going to be able to lower the point difference between these rosters. It is very close. They're only 16 points behind them. Flashy's outside of the zone here. Seeker's back through the revive flight. They need to get the other players' tags if they want to stand a chance. Brotex is also last alive in his team. Like I said before, Bob has been eliminated. If you're a Latin American fan, if you're a fan of Bardax, his team is completely out. They only got 2 kills this game with no placement points. It's been a terrible performance. Their worst game so far. And like I said before, a 7-game series is all about consistency. It shows us the most consistent, the best team. Speaking of consistent, there's a consistent aimer. Being Lotex, always got aim body sticky aim. Oh my god, a nade from across the map from Narose is gonna turn the tides on this fight. Tom's been spotted, but Hypno, it's really all down to him. He drops, and Father Ali's the last alive in the team, and he's in a bad situation here. This turned from a 3v4 to a 1v3 real quick. As the 4K main opened that up with a juicy nade across the map thanks to Narosa. Father Ali's been spotted here, and there's absolutely nothing he could do against the God Squad of 4 Kings. 9 kills in game number 6. Phenomenal performance as we go into the mid game here. TSG are still losing players outside of the zone. Secret gets knocked.
Our vehicle is about to explode.
4K Tokyo also in a little bit of a fight here, taking down Safito. Sofacito. Undershot's not gonna land. At least not for now. Holy Father goes up a little bit closer. Remy's been knocked here, though. He might rotate back around to try and get Remy. Get a tag? I'm not sure. He got one of his teammates' tags. So it's going to be Zaya back in the action. It's a bad situation for them to be in. They don't want to lose any more of their teammates for now. The top on board, though, with Ackman's team is they seem to be in a little bit of a scuffle here. Trying to take snipes from across the map. I don't think it's going to really help them too much. They've spotted one. They're going to have to rotate into the zone. A couple of players are dying outside of it. What's TSG up to? They've had a very tough early game here. They've got the kills. But they don't have the manpower or firepower to show for it, as they keep getting knocked.
Dog tags have been scanned.
Luckily for them, they have been able to get their teammates back in the action. As we're going to hop onto the 4K main roster and see where they're at. Look at the zone. There's a lot of players still alive in this tiny zone. 56 people still up on one of the end game zones, ladies and gentlemen. Every team trying as hard as possible to get as many points as possible. 4K main knows there's a team over there, but they're not going to take a fight against them. They're going to use cars to their advantage, it seems like. Bring them into the zone and maybe blow them up. Seems like the best thing that they could possibly do here. As 2 players die outside of the zone, it's going to be Chamo and Yipsa. That's Hector's team. Hector's moving into the zone now as well. He can't stay alive here using his OG strat of camping inside of helicopters or trees. There's no class abilities in this tournament, remember, so he can't ninja on top of a tree at all, which is quite sad. He's just trying to stay alive. Flames have been knocked. Cody's last alive for the girls' team here. Can she do anything? She sees a team right in front of her. I believe this is the girl that I seen take a photo with Super Jeff. Not to call them out or anything. But last time I checked, they might be an item. They might be together. They may be a couple. She's camping in the corner. Hopefully she doesn't run into Super Jeff. He's definitely going to kill her. Speaking of him, it looks like he's in a fight. Tom Pips also around this area. They have a good spread out situation going here. They could target somebody. Now they're all going together with the snowboard.
The safe zone is collapsing.
They've spotted players right in front of them. Do they have a zone advantage? They do. The zone's going to collapse in on them. However, they don't want to take that fight because they're going to get targeted from across the map. They need to start using smokes as soon as they get into this zone. Smoke off this house. There we go. Smoke comes through. Another smoke comes through. Great smokes from Narosa there. Exactly. Called out exactly what I wanted them to do. Phenomenal. As teams are dying left and right. They may be able to take down Fury Claude here. Shots go down. He has a kinetic armor, though, to stay alive. Doesn't even crack him. Vector also goes down. He didn't have anywhere to go inside of the zone. It's obvious why he was eliminated. Oh dearie me. Narosa with a bad play right there, but it looks like Guy is able to take down, or Guy is able to take down Super Jeff's wifey. top on and see where Gee's at right now. Oh, Super Jeff takes down one. Spot of Brazilti across the map with the XPR. One of the best snipers in the game. It looks like OG's still alive here as well. They're rotating into the zone. This is a bad situation for them to be in, but they could fire a couple of nades in there and maybe get a knock or a crack. Shots go down, explosions are coming in, and it looks like a very tough situation for 4K Main to be in. They're actually going to be able to take down Pangito here from Guh. Guh rotates in first into the house. They could take control of this house very easily. Guys go down. Takeoff is going to get eliminated here. It's all down to Soy Topo to make something happen. Soy Topo could get a one-pop here. He's not able to land it, and Tom Pips helps out the team. They still have 3 of their players left alive here with only 24 players left remaining. Look at how small that safe zone is. 15 total eliminations. They're gonna catch Bop after this game. They just need one more elim and they will catch Bop and take the lead. Bop has held it for a couple of games now. They could take it from them very easily here. They just need to stay alive, but there's actually a player playing spoiler right beside it. Sam. Sam's been alive for a long time here by himself, and he's still alive right now. Smokes are being used by 4Kings to get them into the safe zone. If they have any more smokes, that would be absolutely amazing, but I don't think they do other than Guh. Ooh, they do. 2 smokes. 2 smokes. All right, they have 4 more smokes. They're taking the high ground here. This is an absolutely phenomenal play. Look how good this play is. They're able to scatter around, they get information about the whereabouts of the opposing teams, and now they can go down and take the angles that they need in order to stay alive for a little bit longer. They also have position inside of the zone, using nades to their advantage here as well. Not able to land it, but they may be able to get a hit on a different team. Rankid rotating in from the side right now as well. Not able to get in as he's getting killed by Tom. Tom takes him down. These guys have 17 total eliminations. Super Jeff able to pick up another on to K9 Softpacito. What is going on? Device lag because there's so many people in this end game. 16 people in the last zone. Don't let that distract you from the fact that 4Kings Overload are still alive here. They've got 2 players up. Holy Father's still up and at him. He gets taken down as well, and now it's all down to Remy to do something. He might get eliminated though very shortly after. Shots go down now with the land, and it looks like it's going to be a 4Kings main victory. Surely they catch up the Bop here, take the win. Ooh, another team from Latam is still up and at him though. Right behind 4Kings in total points, it's going to be Magic's Latam Prime with 3 players still remaining. 6 teams still alive right here, ladies and gentlemen, with 20 minutes in this game. 18 kills from 4Kings main. They need to try and win this. They're using the smokes again to get some information about the whereabouts of other teams. COD Ninja goes down. There are only 5 teams left. 4Kings main need to play as a unit here. A cohesive unit is absolutely needed. They can't rotate out into the open, and that's exactly what happens if you rotate out in the open late game. You're going to die instantly. You need to play as a duo here. If they want to stand a chance of winning this game, they need to play together. Tom takes down 1 straight onto Magic. That's an amazing play right there. Now they're out in the open. They take down Patata. There's only 1 player left. It's Rosskid right above them. Rosskid in a 1v2 situation. The zone's out in the open. Who's going to get the kill? Rosskid takes 1, but Super Jeff comes in with the trade, ladies and gentlemen, and they're going to be able to seal the deal on game number 6, skyrocketing their way into the number 1 position on the leaderboards, ladies and gentlemen. They're going to take number 1 off Bop, and the Philippines are back on top after game number 6. I believe they got 21 total eliminations. And that means that Guh has definitely solidified himself so far as the MVP of 2026 after 6 total games. Next game will be the last of this tournament. $10,000 on the line with no classes allowed to be used. That's why we're seeing all of the street abilities being used from the Street Fighter collab that COD Mobile has had this season. Must I add that it is a really good collab? I might argue that the Street Fighter collab is the most impactful collab we've ever got, just because we have all these crazy abilities that are not too overpowered, but they're fun to use and play with, and they give you a little bit of an advantage, but not an annoying advantage when you use them. Anyway, 21 kills with a 15-point placement is going to give them 36 total points, which is going to give them a pretty significant lead of about 20 over the team of Bop. However, TSG is right behind them as well, as they got a couple of kills that game, but they died early in 10th place position, giving them 11 total points, which means the difference between 4Kings and TSG
is going to be about 25 points, which means for the first time in a long time, actually the first time ever, 4Kings is going into the last game with a pretty solid lead. It's up to them to lose this. If they go in and have even an average game, like an average 7th place with like 10 kills, it's going to be very hard for anyone to catch them. Right now, they are definitely in the lead. They've taken over Bop. Bop is probably second with 115. TSG is right behind them with about 100 in the teens as well. And then everyone else is slightly further down. We mentioned Magic's team as well. They were pretty close behind. They got 11 kills with a 2nd place finish. That's going to give them 21 points. And they're going to go up to 105 total. So they are in the contention to win, but it is going to take an absolutely godlike game for them to be able to take anything home here, ladies and gentlemen. We're getting the scores tallied up for you guys right now, but I'll show you where everyone else finished off that game. Game number 6. The penultimate game. The next one you watch will be the final game of the day as you go down. 25th spot was Bop. They died first out of every single team in that game, only securing themselves 2 kills. They died to Team No Neck from the Philippines. They were targeted by the chopper and were taken down while they were in the car. There was really nothing they could do. They only had pistols, as it was very, I guess, difficult situation for them to get out of, if we're being honest. So an unfortunately disappointing performance from arguably the best Latin American team in the world. As I go through the leaderboard again, you can see all of your favorite teams. OG getting in the top 10 again. I'll be not surprised if OG could actually make it into the top 10 overall. It would be interesting to see if they could make that happen. Also, shout out to Vitality. They finished in 5th. But they got 22 kills, so that's going to give them a bunch of points, and they're going to skyrocket up the leaderboard again. I don't think they're going to change places with anyone, just in total points. They're going to skyrocket up the leaderboard for sure. If you're watch partying this, or if you are just a streamer and you have people in your chat, make sure to tell them to follow you. Make sure to tell them to tap, tap, tap. And if you're viewing the watch parties or my stream or any of the pro players, make sure to follow them. Support them. Show the love towards the players in the tournament, chat. Because that's how we get all of these great tournaments to play in Battle Royale. Speaking of great tournaments, we're watching one right now, and it's turning into being a very close competition between Latin America and Philippines. We're starting off 2026 with an absolute bang, if I do say so myself. Also, quick update, the MVP still stands as good for this tournament. He has the highest MVP point total of anyone in the world since we started the season this tournament. Remember, we are now tracking MVP performances and regional performances. If 4Kings were to win this tournament, all 4 of their players would count as a Filipino roster.
Welcome to Battle Royale. The match is about
They would
to
count
start.
as a roster from the Philippines and get all of the placement points for the region. So they would be the #1 region in the game if they win this tournament. Not only that, if the other teams help them as well, they'll skyrocket even further up on the regional totals. We'll talk more about that next tournament at the end of this month or at the start of next. There will be another tournament within 2 or 3 weeks, chat. That'll be another quirky tournament. As you can see, we've updated the scoreboard for you guys on the screen as we get into the 7th and final game. Remember, all of our finals are 7-game series. There's a small difference in points. It's a little bit more than what I expected it was. It's about 18 total points between Bop and 4Kings. TSG is slightly behind that with a 8-point difference between them and Bop, along with Latam Prime and Las Cabras. It seems like it's all about the top 5 right now. If any of these top 5 teams have an absolutely phenomenal game, like we're talking a world record level performance, a game where they get like 30 kills, they could win this tournament. I would say it's more likely so that Las Cabras aren't really able to, but definitely for the top 4 that all have over 105 points, it's more than possible for them to win, especially with TSG coming out of the gates, firing on all cylinders, a quick 3-man wipe off the bat onto the African pro team of Stalker, Mona, Bidex, and Malay.
They have been fully eliminated instantly out of the competition. They died and were wiped as soon as the game started. That brings TSG up to 110 points, so they're only 23 points behind the current leaders, being 4 Kings main. If I was 4 Kings main, I would be shivering in my boots because they have a target on their back. I know that any other team in the game, if they spot them, they're going to go straight for them if they get any knocks.
Engaging the enemies.
Speaking of 4K, however, we're looking at the Overload roster here featuring Holy Father. Tokyo goes down by OG Lancelot. This is Rankid's team that he entered into the competition. Shout out to Rankid. We love to see them competing in these tournaments. We love to see them competing indeed. A little Novagas across. Not able to hit the Novagas, but it definitely blocks their line of sight, which is a very good Novagas indeed. He's going to rotate over onto the left-hand side. I don't think they're going to be able to get a line of sight on him. Rami's over on the back side. We've got Saya as well. Zenpro's been spotted. He's using the Holy Father skin too. Holy Father in a bad spot now. Oh, dearie me. Can they at least help him out here? Nope. The help doesn't come through until too late. Shots go down, only able to land one, not able to land the second. Zaya also going to get knocked here, and that leaves only Rami. A 4v4 situation between OG and 4 Kings Overload. This is one for the books, ladies and gentlemen. Imagine going into a tournament against the team that is known for being the biggest in the world of Call of Duty Mobile and wiping them when you're from a different Battle Royale. Rami opting to go away. Try and get out of that situation entirely. It seems like Tokyo is going to be able to revive himself. So he'll come back, and they're not going to get the wipe just yet. Speaking of teams that have been getting wiped, we've got Ackman on our screens right now, taking down Yipster. Love to see it. Free kill for them. They got 3 on the board. A disappointing performance today from the Superman himself. Hopefully they can finish in the top 10. Another disappointing performance as well from Low-Tech's and Slayer's team. Don't think they'll finish in the top 10 either. Really don't have high hopes for them unless they drop like 40 kills here. That is very unlikely. We'll hop on with TSG, see what they're up to. They're not up to much. They've already got 3 kills so far, so they're definitely doing good. Tokyo has been killed again by Lancelot, leaving Rami by himself once more. It's not looking good for him. Magic's coming in though. Oh, he's third party. Magic has third party. Remember, this is Latam Prime. Latam Prime are on the leaderboards. They are currently 4th place, and they have 2 kills. They're up to 107 points. They're going to target Rami on top of this church tower. It could be a free kill for them if he doesn't run away fast enough. They've spotted him. They know he's down here. Rami's in a tough spot out here underneath the water. Does Patata see him? I don't think Patata's seen him underneath that water. He may get away with murder right here. It's looking like he does. Rami lives to fight another day. We'll have to hop on board and see the other teams that are in contention. Ardax's roster, they've decided they don't want to die first time this time around. We haven't seen too much of them because of last game, considering they died instantly. They were the last place team in game number 6, which basically ruined their entire tournament because they were in the lead by so much. That's what happens. You need to be consistent. Consistency is key when it comes to Battle Royale esports, ladies and gentlemen.
Airdrop has been delivered. Airdrop has been delivered.
That feels so nice on the throat, chat. Guh, our current MVP for the entirety of the 2026 season, not only this tournament. Well, I guess this tournament is the 2026 season. The question is, will he be able to hold it?
Airdrop has been delivered.
Madman, if they perform well this match, I guess it's either going to be Holiday, Bolivia, Layla, or Guh who get MVP. Soy Topple, they're all very close. But we'll do an MVP roundup total for the top 10 after the tournament is over. I'll put it on the story, and then I'll have a little graphic for the first person on my story as well. So we'll get a graphic Mandan made for whoever actually finishes first so that they can have it if they want to post it. If not, totally fine. But I'm going to post it on the on my Instagram and probably, I guess, on my TikTok and probably my Instagram story. Because I want to make sure you guys are all following who are the MVP caliber players in these events so that we can have a tracker of who is the best players in the world. Speaking of best players in the world, however, we need to hop on board with TSG as they're in a little bit of a fight here. Fight goes down, instantly gets knocked, full kill comes through, surely Slashy. Takes him down. There we go. Nagy in the helicopter right above. A third party's looking likely here by NoNex. Oh, yep, it is. There's the third party coming through in just a moment. Very likely. There it is. Leap is going to get one of the third party kills on Distiller. There comes the second third party kill, and now TSG are in a bad spot. They may get eliminated by their Filipino brothers last alive. Oh my god! TSG have been eliminated, and they are no longer in the running to win this tournament. We've seen TSG win a tournament in the past, but unfortunately 2026 is not their year just yet, as they are eliminated from the competition. I am gonna assume they're finishing top 5, but it's definitely not number 1, as they have been eliminated with just over 100 and something points.
Heads up, soldier.
They probably finished with about 110 to 115 total points. As for right now, I'm gonna run you guys through the top 10 for MVP race. Narosa is 10th. Soy Topo, Bolivia, and Layla are tied for 9th through 7th. Oh, actually, Tom Pitts is also tied, so 6th through 9th. Then we've got Holiday, Chamo, Patata, tied for 5th through 3rd. Super Jeff is 2nd on the MVP race. And G is 1st. Shots go down right here. Hasbulla is going to help his teammate able to take them down as well. They're going to get turned on likely. Kills coming through again. What a play from Wagner, and Leap able to take down Yen Vincito on the hill. See you later, alligator. And that wipe and push was terrible onto the Leap team. The Leap team absolutely cooked them. These guys are not in contention to win, but they're definitely in contention to win some money. Four Kings main playing a very passive. Will have to hop on board. It looks like Bardax's team also playing very passive. So the two teams in the running to win it all are playing for no kills currently. No kills have came their way. So go on and see what Remy's up to here. Shots are going down. Snipe not landing from Remy. Could get the full kill on one of the players. Definitely could get it.
Dog tag has been scanned.
And it's not came through. Bobcat's able to get revived and stay alive. Looks like Sia is going to get killed as well. And it's all down to Remy to do something here against this team. Not able to happen. It's a 1v3 situation. You need to get out of there. There it is. See you later, alligator. Tokyo's last alive in the team. He's staying outside of the zone. He just needs to not die here. Don't make any movements. Don't make any noise. Magic's team's coming in for a third party as well. This could be the end for Holy Father in the roster. Holy Father comes back in the revive flight, so he lives to fight another day. Oh, this could be a free kill. This could be... He's not going to go for it. Good play. I can't hit on that play at all.
A full-fledged tank has been dropped.
Stays alive for a little bit longer. Tokyo, a slithery little snake here. Good job. Gets his teammates back into the fight, getting Remy's tag. Hello, Holy Father. What's up, brother? Let's go down and watch where Bardax is, as this is another team that's up for the running.
Airdrop has been delivered.
We haven't seen too much from Magic. We'll have to check him out this game as well, as he's also another player with a team that could win it all. Four Kings for now are in the lead. Bardax not up to much with his roster. They haven't found anyone.
The safe zone is collapsing.
Four Kings main are actually quite close to them. They could have a fight here on their hands. They are on a similar side of the map, as Magic's going to get knocked outside of the zone by a striker. And that leaves only Ross Kid alive. So I think these guys may get eliminated again. And it's going to be down to a 1-versus-1 team. Latam versus Philippines. There is a possibility of either of them winning this. Absolutely. Don't think it's going to go in the way of Magic's team, though. I think it's just the last two. Bardax has spotted Slayer and Lotex. If there was a team to play Spoiler or an individual player to play Spoiler, it would be a player like Lotex or Slayer. Bardax giving the comms, calling out exactly where Lotex is on the map. They want these kills. They know that they're separated. I'd pick up your team and land on them if I were you, Bardax. Knowing that it's only two players, you need to do it. He's not going for it, though. These guys, I feel like they're playing a little bit too passive. They're gonna need to make more aggressive plays if they want to stand a chance of catching up to 4 Kings. Picks up his teammates. 4 Kings main also not in any fights here. There's only 18 points in it. That's a couple of kills and a first place finish. That's all it will take. A first place finish and 3 kills would be all it takes. Take the win off of them. If there is a tiebreaker in total points, chat, the tiebreaker is based off how many games they won. After that tiebreaker is settled, it is based off total kills by the team. If they have the same wins, it is based off total kills. Oh, Nagy spotted across the map. This would be a solid amount of kills for them to get here if they're able to do anything. Nice snipe. Can he land the second? Not able to do so. Hit a shot, please. No. Good. Unfortunately misses. And a third party's coming in from the side right here. It's gonna be Vitality. Bang. FHJs are being shot right towards them. It is the FHJ. I just had to confirm. It's not an SMRS. Other teams are also in fights. It's going to be 4 Kings overload over here. They've got 6 kills. They've traded places with 4 Kings main in terms of being the Slayer 4K team. If we hop back over on to Bardax's team, still no kills. They are in a situation where they could third party, though. Both of these teams could third party each other, which would be bad for 4 Kings main or Bardax's team, depending on which team gets third party. They have a nice position in the zone here. They are central with no high ground obstructors, which means that nobody else is higher than them, and if they really want to, they can just go to the opposite side of this silo and not get shot at from the hill. Especially since they're in the middle of zone, I see them getting zone next time. Oh, that's 4 Kings overload. Shots going down. They stay safe for now. I wouldn't waste too much ammo on them. They only have a limited supply. 4 Kings main, still no kills. Neither of these teams have any kills, chat. It's really all coming down to this. They need to do something. And not this team. This team's fine. They can waste a little bit of time here and not get any kills. They can not risk anything and it be fine. But Bardax's team, they can't afford to risk anything. They're in a bad spot. They're 18 points behind. They have 0 kills. They have to push a team. They can't play this passive. They should know how close this is. I know I always say the kills will come, but really? 0 kills? I know there's 55 players left, but come on, at least 1 kill. Something to get the momentum going. Oh my god. Did I just see my goat get naded across the map? I have to watch this. What's going on here? Uh-oh. Lots of shots going down here. Lands a couple of annihilator shots. Surely he lands the second. Not able to do so.
Airdrop has been delivered.
Lax is right in front of him, trying to land another annihilator shot. It would be amazing if he could do so. Still no annihilator shot landed. This is bad. Lands one finally. Lands a second. Can he get the third? Yes, he does, but it's not enough. Ames knows that this team is weak, but he dies as well. A little bit bad communication coming through from Eggman's team right there. And they're all going to get wiped here straight away from this roster of Vitality. See you later. It's a sad day when you have to look at the scoreboard and see that both Ackman's team and Slayer's team are out at the start of a Game 7 while also not being in the top 10. It's a sad day for Europe. It really is. Let's hop on over and see. Oh, never mind. I was going to check out Vector, but he's already dead. And like I said, this team is opting to go into a situation where they can hide without taking any damage from the hill teams. We're about to see where the next zone is going, and that will let us know just how good their spot is. 4K main have 2 kills total right here. So they are extending their lead slightly. Their lead is up to 20 points. Ardax's team would need to have a phenomenal game for the end game here if they wanted to stand a chance. They could get a couple of kills on the Team OG, but I'm not sure if it's going to happen. What are you doing, Holy Father? Uh-oh. Oh, a little holy movement. A little holy movement, though. On the main stage. No movement. Unfortunate, my goat. Oh! They've gotten another one. Super Jeff picks up one more. That's 3 kills for the main roster. I know the Bardax's team is watching this and they are shivering in their boots. They have 0 kills and they need to catch up. They need to make a play here. They don't have zone for next. It is not looking good for them. They are behind by too much. We're gonna go and see what OG are thinking about this situation. Bro's spamming emotes, bruh. Bro is dead ass spamming emotes. All right, let's see the action though. We'll get into the action. 21 by No Neck. They might actually go into the money. Never mind. A lot of them have been knocked here. Ooh, they're good though. Tempest in hand. Staying alive for a little bit longer. That must have been a different team that I glitched to for me to watch instead of the No Neck team. They're still up here. They still got what it takes to go into the money. No Neck after last game, I mean, they were doing good. They were 8th place. They could go into the top 5 if they have a phenomenal performance, and a phenomenal performance is what they are having right here. 21 total kills. 21 total. For game 7. Again, Bardax's team, it's not looking good. It really is not looking good. They take this fight, they're gonna get third-partied by 4 Kings main. And if they get third-partied by 4 Kings main, that's gonna be all she wrote. Uh-oh. That is very bad. Shots coming in. They're able to take down Rand Kid, but the third party might come through here. We'll have to wait and see. None of their players have been knocked just yet. Galay's been spotted. The nade comes through. Surely it gets hit. There we go. Galay's hit. There it is. OG get wiped. Finally. Bardax's team of Bop have made a moment in game 7. 4K's also in a tight one right here. They're up to 7 kills, though. They've lost Super Jeff for now. Not very many kills left to go. They'll need to stay alive if they want to confirm this win. Bardax's team, if they were able to take down 4K, they could win. There's not a lot of points left in it, ladies and gentlemen. Not a lot of points left to grab. Every kill means so much in these final moments. Can 4 Kings go back to back and win the first tournament of 2026? If they win... Oh, another knock comes through on the Bobcat. Can G get the full kill? Not looking likely. If G wins this game, he will definitely be the MVP. As his closest teammate is Super Jeff. And there's an 11 kill difference between them. Super Jeff also dead. It's a 3 stack left remaining for 4K. Bardax also has lost one of his players, being himself. They're in a bad spot here. I think it's looking likely that 4 Kings takes this. It's going to be a 3v3 fight for the win. G takes down one onto Pavas, but now Bop is taking the high ground off them. They need nades. They need to use all the utilities they possibly can to take 4 Kings off of this house. 4 Kings with the best position in the zone right now. G, we'll hop on board with him and see what he's up to. He's watching a team outside of the zone. Bardax's team can't really do anything here either. They need to rotate in. He's getting shot from the side. Kust may get knocked here. Tom takes down Holiday. This could be the collapse of Bardax's roster. Bop is going down. And it looks like 4K main are staying alive in the main stage. 12 kills on the board. Magic has been spotted through the crate as well. It's all down to one player, and Bob, can he do anything about it? I'm not sure. Bright goes down as well. There's so many people in the end game that I'm actually lagging. But Magic has been spotted also. 13 kills on the board for 4 Kings main. To make history as the first Filipino team to ever win back-to-back and the first tournament win of 2026. Tom picks up another on to Hasbulla. Unfortunately, he gets traded with. Bolivia's still alive. Bolivia is still in this. They could still take this off 4 Kings main, but they need to win the game. Almost taken down right there. 4 Kings. Gus stays alive for a little bit longer. Kust and Bolivia still alive. Magic barely inside of the zone, outside of the crate right here. 14 kills from Gu and his team. They need to win this game. Kust hides outside of his zone. Magic has been spotted. Who's going to make the plays? Bolivia goes down. Nagy's getting killed as well. 4 Kings takes down an Extinct. It's a 2v1v1 situation. Magic goes down. Surely, never mind. Tom Pips left alive. Magic finally gets knocked. Narosa for the last kill. Not going to happen. Tom Pips takes it. And 4 King mains are your first ever Filipino back-to-back champions on the global main stage against all odds.
They also win the first tournament of 2026, and Ge is named the most valuable player in Call of Duty Mobile Battle Royale esports right now. What an ending, chat. What an ending. They even sealed the deal with the win at the end of the tournament. What a phenomenal performance. A 19 kill win. I said it before and I say it again. Bob performed too lackluster in the final game and didn't get aggressive enough. If they were able to get more kills, they could have stole the lead. But unfortunately for them, 4Kings stays on top and wins back-to-back tournaments on the main stage. Ladies and gentlemen, congratulations to 4Kings for winning the first tournament of 2026. Congratulations to Ge for being our first MVP and being the current leader for the MVP of the 2026 season. He's basically the LeBron, he's basically the Ronaldo, he's the Messi, he's the Tiger Woods of Call of Duty Mobile Battle Royale esports in its current state. And the craziest thing is, he only turned 18 like 3 or 4 months ago. And you have to be 18 in order to compete in Activision sanctioned events. And he was only allowed in the last 4 months. And he's already won 2 tournaments. The tides are shifting. When we first started these events, Europe dominated. Then it was a little bit of back and forth between them and Latin America. Middle East came into the fray with Europe to solidify themselves as a super team. And now, with back-to-back wins from the Philippines, it seems like the Philippines and the Greener region are reigning supreme starting 2026. What a phenomenal job. Whether you're watch partying or you're watching any of the pro players, make sure to hit the follow button or subscribe if you're watching them on YouTube, because I'm sure they would appreciate that and it would show them the world. Make sure to go and give a bunch of hype to Ge, Super Jeff, Tom, and Narosa for being part of that championship winning roster. They're the first win of 2026. And all I can say is, man, they deserved it, chat. They absolutely deserved it. They ended off the tournament with a win. I'll go through the point system total right now for the top teams. Ackman's team barely missed out on the top 10. 4K Overload actually finished with 51 points, which is not bad for them. That's probably one of their better performances as a solid 4K roster. And we did an amazing structure for this tournament. I am super surprised. Madnan saying it was one of the biggest events we've ever done. As usual, the last tournament was the biggest event we ever had, for sure. But congratulations to 4K for winning it again. We'll go through some points right now while we wait for the graphics man Bright to get them to me on my screen. Aura got 52 points. Jackal Time got 58 points. T1 66. No Neck actually finished in 7th place with 88 points. Team Vitality 106 points inside of the top 6. Las Cabras finished in 5th place with 110. TSG 113 in 4th. Team Latam Prime 123 and 3rd. They almost caught Bob. They were 1 point away from Bob. Bob got 124 points in 2nd. Team 4Kings, however, finishing on top with a dominant day performance of 167 points in a 7-game championship series for $10,000. Phenomenal tournament from 4Kings. They did perform well in back-to-back tournaments. Will they go 3 times back-to-back? I don't know, but they finished with 106-7. They finished with 106-7 points. Low-Tech's in the chat saying GG to everyone involved. It was unfortunate he didn't have his full roster today. I think he could have done a lot better with Slayer and his normal comrades, but it is what it is at the end of the day. Sometimes things just don't go your way, and life comes in the way of a couple of the teammates. Yet again, chat, I'd like to announce at the end of this month or at the start of the next, it will either be in the last couple of days of January or the first couple of days of February, we will have another tournament that we are going to be hosting, chat, so make sure to stay tuned for that. It'll be another $10,000 event. As you know, we're hosting a bunch of $10,000 tournaments this year. Again, MVP tallies are going to be posted on my story But we all know Ge is the MVP of the first tournament of 2026. It also means that the Filipino/Garena region, because we're going to group Garena into one region for the regional rankings, is now the #1 region going into 2026 and thus far in our current tracker. Congratulations yet again for 4Kings Me, and we're going to get the scoreboards up on your screen ASAP. What a tournament, chat. What an absolutely phenomenal tournament. I'm going to go ahead and put them up on your screen. We've just been sent them, as you can see. I'm going to put it over on YouTube first for everyone to see on the official YouTube stream. Thanks again for everyone who came out to today's broadcast. You guys know this is my favorite thing to do inside of Call of Duty Mobile, especially since I'm retired from competing in any kind of way. There you go, it's on YouTube. Don't worry, TikTok, I got you guys covered as well. We're just going to move it up into there, and we're going to change it right now. You can see where everyone placed inside of this tournament. Unfortunate performances from a couple of the best players in the world. But Latin America, even with their terrible MS, putting up a very strong fight inside of this tournament. They finished 2nd, 3rd, and 5th, with Philippines finishing in 1st and 4th. For regional points. Good job to every team involved. As you can see, you go further down the ranking, you can see Vitality's in there, No Neck's in there. We've also got T1 in there, Jackal Time, and Aura in there. So mostly Latin American teams combined with some North American players. And then, of course, we've got some Garena goodness. I'd say the Garena players probably did the best in terms of total region, just from points distribution. But that's going to wrap up everything for this tournament. Make sure to go over to Narosa, Super Jeff, Ge, and Tom Pips. Congratulate them on their absolutely phenomenal performance. Follow and subscribe if you aren't already following and subscribing to me. I mean, we're hosting another tournament very, very soon, chat. And it's going to be another quirky one. It won't be no classes. But you guys know we like to spice things up a little bit here, so you'll have to stay tuned for that. We'll have an announcement soon. Also, make sure to check my TikTok story because I'm going to put up the MVP tally race probably in around 5 to 10 minutes from now. Either way, make sure to live your life with purpose. Thanks for coming to the tournament. Without you guys, without the administrative intangibles team, without Manam, without Bright, these tournaments wouldn't be possible. And of course, the contestants, players like Lowtech, Slayer, Ackman, 4K, IE, TSG, the Latin American teams like Bob, Latam Prime, Las Calabras. We wouldn't be able to have these sensational global tournaments at all. With that being said, I love you all. Have a great rest of your weekend, chat. And I'll see you guys either in the next tournament or the next live stream, chat. Make sure to live your life with purpose, Brewskis. Bye. Follow and subscribe. Thanks, Cheyenne, Rainbow, and Duo, by the way. Bye, Pookie Bears. See you later, alligators.